caller that we're going to go to, I believe, is Rob. Now, let's see, first of all, if Rob can hear me or not. We always test this out on our first phone call. Rob, good morning. Are you there? Can you hear me, bud? I'll take that as a no. All right, Rodney says, hold on. There we go. Hey, Rob, can you hear me?
Hey, sorry to bother you guys at work.
It's all good, man. We're working at Hersheypark. I love it. So what was Catherine's nickname, Catherine Hershey's nickname?
So I was going to say pussy, but that's what Brian and Jelly are. Those guys suck, am I right?
Oh, it's you. All right, what's the answer?
It's Kitty.
Kitty is correct, yes. Hang on. And by the way, friends at Hersheypark, I can't, he was the listener. I wouldn't have said that. All right, so we're going to set up Rob, who is now our most frequent caller, a $50 Keystone Fireworks gift card. Keystone Fireworks Superstores are loaded with mortars, rockets, firecrackers, and all the biggest and best backyard pyro. You can see their newest superstore at the Franklin Mills Mall or visit them online at KeystoneFireworks.com.
That's why I told him to call tomorrow. Call back tomorrow about that.
But he did. Yeah. By the way, I watched again, Preston, the Milton Hershey documentary last night. It is awesome. If you ever get a chance, by the way, the History Channel did it. Yeah. You can find it on, demand. So check it out.
Yeah, it's really, really good. All right, we're going to start with Martin Kove, Cobra Kai, Karate Kid. His co-star, Alicia Hannah Kim, we told you this. He had bit her at a Washington fan convention, and she wasn't having it. And there is police body cam footage that's been obtained by TMZ where you can see her. She called Kove out hard, saying that he bit her arm so hard that he nearly drew blood, and then he tried to kiss it. And she told the officers he insisted that he bit me for fun, but she said it crossed the line, even joking that if he were a younger man, she would have knocked him out. As we told you before, he was booted out of the event and nearly arrested, although Alicia ultimately decided not to press charges.
Did you see this footage?
I did.
He like clamps down hard?
When I didn't see the bite.
Oh, all right.
The footage is her confronting him afterwards.
All right,
it's body cam footage from the police, and she's just saying, dude, that is not cool, And she was just calling him out on it. So she did request a formal police report and had photos taken for it, with police calling it very noticeable. Kove later issued a public apology saying, I deeply regret and apologize for my actions. He didn't mention Chris Agon or the Skull Sealer in either one of them.
I wonder if he's going to, apparently there are a couple things are coming to light now. They're digging into his past, some indiscretion. So I wonder if he's going to go through a period now where he's dealing with that.
Maybe. Possible.
He might have eaten a couple of co-stars.
Okay. In the latest chapter in the contentious split between Scott and Kelly Wolf, the former Party of Five star has filed a restraining order against his wife. According to court records, Scott filed for a temporary restraining order on Tuesday. Wolf also filed a declaration as part of his request. Another declaration was filed by Michael Wolf, which is the name of one of Scott's brothers. So no other details were made available. The courtroom documents filed in Utah are apparently sealed, but that continues to grow.
Yeah, man. And we just had him in. It was a great guest. Very nice.
He didn't mention anything.
Yeah, you figured he'd open up to us and say, I'm having problems with the missus. Mm-hmm. You guys seem like a show that I can really relate to.
We should get them and her and Martin Kove together.
Yeah.
And maybe that's a match made in
Listen, he's going to bite your wife's arm, and I think you can talk things out while she's screaming.
Kim Kardashian is expanding her on-screen resume, getting her start in reality television. She has since starred in the Paw Patrol movies, along with roles in American Horror Story Delicate. And in the near future, she'll lead the Netflix comedy The Fifth Wheel and will appear in Ryan Murphy's new drama All Is Fair. But it was announced yesterday that she'll be taking on her biggest non-reality role yet as the villain in the upcoming Bratz movie.
Oh, my God. That's going to be very demanding.
But actually, I think that's good casting, for the Bratz movie. Because those characters are always, to me, seem kind of snooty,
So I know they were the big thing for a while.
Yeah.
And
they were never a thing in my house, so I couldn't tell you anything about them.
Were they too slutty?
Too slutty. No, I just think the kids just never.
It just wasn't. Yeah. So, no, the casting news or plot points have been released at this point. Kim is also producing the film on top of that.
I had heard that she'd signed on to play Indira Gandhi, but I didn't know if that was actually.
I don't know what led down this path, but in the UHF movie with Weird Al Yankovic, I had forgotten. We were talking about movies yesterday,
right?
it led me on an Instagram path to in that movie in UHF they had a fake movie which was Gandhi 2.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah, Gandhi. I do remember that.
And he's like an assassin, and he's got a machine, like completely like a passive resistance and peaceful approach to life, and he completely abandons.
Sometimes it doesn't work.
Yeah.
I need to go back and see that movie again because the only thing I remember from it is Weird Al was putting up the schedule for the TV shows, and one was called Fun with Dirt. So I need to go back and see if it's
a good movie.
Odd as I remember it to be. So Demi Lovato recognizes the importance of being able to prepare a good meal.
I thought so.
She announced yesterday that she'll be helping fans do just that with her upcoming cookbook called One Plate at a Time, Recipes for Finding Freedom with Food.
Well, I mean, listen, she's had weight issues, right?
I don't know. Has she?
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
What are you saying?
No, I'm just saying that this is maybe a healthy way to live. Not a weight thing.
I think what she saw Selena Gomez have a massive success with her cookbook.
Watch it be all pies and cakes and stuff. So
Monkey bread. 200 different ways to make monkey bread.
The cookbook will include over 80 recipes, and in a press release, Lovato said that her recipes were, quote, all created to emphasize enjoyment over perfection, adding, this is a cookbook for people who struggle to enjoy food without guilt and for anyone looking for a gentler, more grounded approach to cooking.
Yeah.
The cookbook comes out on March 31st. Blues Clues star Steve Burns isn't quite done talking to 90s kids. Well, those kids are adults now, and he is, of course, older, too. And I know a gazillion people have this, but he's launching a podcast. It's going to be called Alive, and it will tackle the idea of adulting and what it means to stay human in a complicated world. And
this is wild because I know he's working on the movie now, Young John Rambo.
Oh. He said there are 1,000 podcasts you can listen to. This is one that listens back. He said, I really want to continue what we started decades ago. Alive is really just a continuation of that same conversation, only now we're grown-ups trying to make sense of a world that's a whole lot more. What you trying to do over there?
Sounds like Rambo music.
Rambo music.
But it's not playing?
No.
I hear it. Is that?
I can hear it.
It's merely for our enjoyment.
I think it's coming out of your computer. So hold the microphone up to your computer.
This will set the mood.
Well, the music.
Yeah.
Now it ended.
No, it's not coming out.
I don't know where it's going. Okay.
Get a new computer.
Batting 1,000.
Okay. It worked earlier.
Yeah.
Now hear it again.
Yeah, but it's not coming through our headphones.
Nick,
It's coming out as something.
Something. Where's that sound coming from?
It is coming out of the computer.
Yeah, it's coming out straight out of your monitor.
Nick, just hum it.
Maybe it's this monitor, Casey. I don't know. All right, well, anyway. So he has a podcast, and he said...
There it is!
Rodney did it.
Fixed it.
Right when the song ended. There we go. Now we got our Rambo. All right.
Rodney's the man.
All right.
Rodney, he's the man. If he can't do it, no one can.
So he said, we're trying to make sense of a world that's a whole lot more complicated. The podcast will launch this fall, by the way. The widowed husband of late actor Suzanne Summers has found love again, and it's for someone his late wife knew well. Alan Hamill is dating actor Joanna Cassidy, a former co-star of Suzanne's.
Yeah, you would recognize her, Preston, if you saw her. She's been in a ton of stuff. She's actually, I believe she's in Blade Runner, the original Blade Runner.
Hang on a second. What are you doing?
We're hearing Rambo music.
Rambo, it's not playing.
Oh.
Is that you, Nick?
That was me.
That was Nick, too.
What the hell's going on here?
Yeah.
I was trying to hum it for Steve. Going back to the last story.
All right, so, Steve, where would I know her from? What did you say?
So
I'm sorry, I was listening to Rambo music.
Listen, so it's like you're called away. Wait a second, Rambo's calling me. Wait a second. I'm going to psychically communicate with Preston right now. Come to me. No, the movie Blade Runner, she was in that. Could you check quickly, Nick, when you're done listening to Rambo?
Yes.
See if Joanna Cassidy was in the movie Blade Runner, and she's a character actress. I guarantee you'd recognize her.
So Alan had said, I don't know where this relationship is going. He added that he's known her for decades. The two were spotted arm in arm in Malibu on Monday. Summers and Cassidy both appeared on in the 1980s TV film Hollywood Wives.
Yes, of course.
And, of course, Summers died in 2023 from cancer.
Yeah.
But Hamill says his late wife would approve, having told him before her passing to move on with life, don't mope around, live your life.
So they went on a date last night, and they had an arc orchestra playing the music of Rambo while they ran the movies.
So she was in Blade Runner, Steve. She was also in 6 Feet Under.
Oh, yes.
She played Margaret for 21 episodes.
All right.
All right, so
continues to work.
which one of your wife's friends would she be most okay with you marrying?
Banging
Yeah.
on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Rochelle actually, not that very thing, but she brought up the other day, we were swimming, we were having a nice day, and then it turned into, would you ever marry someone if I died? You know, and I'm like, whoa.
You know that question. You know, you'd never answer that question.
She didn't outright ask it. She said, "I don't know what you would do if I go first," and she started to head down.
Well,
this
immediately
path.
Well, if I didn't die from grief right away, hon, I don't know.
I go, hey, that's not on my mind at all. And then I told her I don't think about that. I don't think I could find anybody else who would jibe with me like she would. But anyway, who of her friends would I like to bang?
No. Who would she approve of you banging? In her.
Wow, lots of people probably. I think she'd be okay with a bunch of them.
Okay, all right, good.
But I don't know. I can't guess out loud. How about you?
No, I'm not going to answer my question.
There you go. You were going to set him up to take the fall. No win, and then the only thing to do is to flip it around. Well, let me ask you.
Yeah.
And that'll kill the conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Unless she has an immediate answer, it would be Roy.
Right.
What?
What?
Roy.
Roy?
I never met Roy.
Who is this Roy character?
Roy, he comes when you're at work.
Oh. All right, Beverly Hills 90210 star Jenny Garth is branching out. She announced yesterday that she has a new book on the way. It's called I Choose Me.
It's an appreciation of the music of Rambo.
It's named after her podcast and is billed as part inspirational memoir, part motivational advice. Oh, God. The book aims to empower women to choose a path of health, healing, and happiness, Garth said.
Not for anything, but you just reeled off about 3 or 4 new podcasts.
I know.
That are all, it teaches you to appreciate garlic.
Yeah.
When you enter into these things, I assume they're not expecting to have, Kelsey Brothers success, right? I mean, who can possibly, because there's 500,000 separate podcasts.
Steve, you and I were talking about one a few months ago because there was a host, and it's escaping me, of
Christine Taylor.
Ben Stiller's wife.
Ben Stiller's wife.
Right. And so I contacted their producer because it was like, there's a good reason to talk to Christine Taylor, right? They went on hiatus. They've not returned.
They've not returned. Yeah. So Preston, this is Ben Stiller's wife talking about 90s sitcoms and shows that they all participate. Right. Yeah. Relative stuff. They couldn't get an audience.
Yeah, I'm tired of hearing about podcasts.
Yeah, enough.
Yeah, it's overwhelming. All right, anyhow, she's got a book out, and this is Jenny Garth, and she will not only write the book, but will be voicing the audio version of it as well, and that will be sold on April 14th. I thought this was a pretty interesting story. Leanne Rimes, a country singer, has recalled a recent concert mishap which saw her lose her front teeth in the middle of a show.
I've been there.
Yep. She was performing at the Skagit Valley Casino and resort in Bow, Washington over the weekend when she said she felt something pop in her mouth. And she explained to fans that she's had a lot of dental surgeries. And she said, and I have a bridge in the front and it fell out while I was singing. She said, to which I panicked and in the middle said, hold on. I ran to the side of the stage, put it back in, just popped it back in, and then went on singing. And she said, and then I had to get real with everybody and tell them exactly what happened or else I would have had to walk off stage. And she said that she thought the rest of the concert, throughout the rest of the concert, she had to keep pushing her teeth back in place. She said every couple of lines, listen, she said, and singing, which, by the way, I never knew how many I have in my song.
You become acutely aware.
She whistling at she.
The F's, the THs, and the sh's. And she said, especially the song Can't Fight the Moonlight. She said, I can't fight the moonlight, and they completely again fell out of my mouth.
I can't fight the moonlight. Well, of course, I had a tooth fall out while sucking on a straw live on the. I completely understand this, but apparently it was like a whole a number of teeth together, like a bridge or something.
It was a bridge.
Yeah.
She said it was the most epic experience ever. She said, I usually don't have firsts in my career. That was a first, and hopefully a last, and I hope my teeth stay in tonight. We shall see. And she issued a warning to the front row audience, telling to get ready for something to fly out. She said, if you catch them, please return them.
Do you remember that time Barbra Streisand was performing in concert and her artificial arm fell off?
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was crazy.
I got to look for
I
that.
can't believe that eluded me.
Let's see. Denis Villeneuve is set to direct the next James Bond film.
So I'm very excited about that.
He said, some of my earliest movie-going memories are connected to 007. To me, he's sacred territory. Villeneuve shares in a statement saying, I intend to honor the tradition and open the path for many new missions to come. This is a massive responsibility, but also incredibly exciting for me and a huge honor. He's known for his hit movies, including Dune, Blade Runner 2049, and Arrival. And the next movie in the Bond franchise has been a long time coming, with the last movie, No Time to Die, coming out in 2021.
Hey, Steve, what director directed the most amount of Bond movies?
So, well, a couple, Martin Campbell directed Casino Royale and GoldenEye, which are considered two great reboot Bonds. There have been
I wasn't sure if, like, in the beginning, it was always the same guy.
I don't know definitively. A couple have directed a couple of them, but I mean, listen, I think he's a solid choice. It depends on who's playing Bond.
Who did you say, Steve?
Campbell.
Martin Campbell?
Yeah, John Glenn directed the most James Bond films with a total of 5: For Your Eyes Only, Octopussy, A View to Kill, The Living Daylights, and License to Kill.
Wow, that and he orbited the Earth. That's insane.
Yeah.
And
The guy's
then he became a
incredible.
senator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he also makes a hell of a monkey bread.
So there's been behind-the-scenes drama as Amazon took over the franchise, of course, and a ton of rumors about who will play James Bond in the next movie as well. Nothing definitive yet on that.
They're talking to TJ Qualls.
Oh, wow.
I think that's going in the wrong direction personally, but we'll see.
Well, they wanted to put a new, fresh coat on it.
New coat on that.
All right, speaking of hallowed ground, Paramount Pictures and Doug Liman are taking a stand, as a matter of fact. The studio and filmmaker are teaming up to adapt Stephen King's magnum opus, and Liman is attached to direct the feature and will produce, along with Tyler Thompson and Cross Creek Pictures. The two previously teamed up to make the Tom Cruise crime drama American Made.
How do you feel about this? This is the third swipe at it, right?
Yeah, the second one I just thought was it was just okay at best, which was too bad. The original miniseries I loved.
Yeah, and the second one with Whoopi Goldberg, right? Who else was in it?
Yeah, that's one I was talking about. Oh man, damn it, Madsen. No, not Madsen. What's that?
Not Michael Madsen.
Not Michael Madsen. The Cyclops. Come on.
James Marsden.
James Marsden. There you go. Thank you.
Jury duty.
Actually, there were a bunch of people that were in that, and it was just the problem was they didn't pick the right villain in Flag. They had the wrong person. He was one of the Skarsgårds played him.
Yeah. I remember you came over to watch it. Down the shore.
Yeah, it was in COVID, and we watched it, and I was just like, they didn't quite nail it. So I'm hopeful. I would like to see another swipe at it for sure. It's my all-time favorite novel. The project will head to the writers to pen an adaptation of what is King's longest work. The page count is 1,152 pages.
Jeez. This doesn't, don't you think this needs a mini series?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. It will instantly become one of the hottest writing assignments in town. So the book, first published in 1978, then revised in 1990, is a bar-setting literary masterpiece. It has influenced pop culture from television shows such as Lost to musical acts like Metallica and various forms of post-apocalyptic literature. The Stand was adapted twice, like we said, in the miniseries in 1994 and over again in 2020, and as a comic from Marvel Comics, which is really good, by the way. But feature-wise, it is believed it has bedeviled many a Hollywood player, and directors ranging from George A. Romero to David Yates and Ben Affleck have tried to tackle the material. Sources say that Lyman and the studio have a particular take, and that the feature will be a one-off, not a multiple movie endeavor. So I don't see how they can do that big of a story in one movie. It doesn't make any sense to me. So,
you see the thing that King is doing? He's selling some of his lesser-known short stories for like $1 to filmmakers. that want to take them and take a crack at them.
He just wants to see them come.
He wants to see them be made into movies. So he's saying, you can have these.
I love it.
For a song and a dance if you can make something out of them.
That's great. He's got a ton of really good short stories that would make for good, movies or maybe in series. So that's cool. I love it. So Aaron Sorkin is developing The Social Network Part 2 at Sony Pictures.
No kidding.
Yep, based on the Facebook files from the Wall Street Journal, which dove into the controversial inner workings of the social media company.
I said this on air a week or two ago. I rewatched it not that long ago, the first one. It's terrific. It holds up. It's fascinating to me to see a movie that came out in 2010 that was set in like 2006 about Facebook, which was invented around that time, is still pertinent. And everything that they talk about, big tech and where it's gone since then, it's a really great movie. I loved seeing it and I loved revisiting it.
So Sorkin won an Oscar for the original and will direct the sequel. Casting, meanwhile, has not been announced. The first film, of course, was directed by David Fincher and starred Jesse Eisenberg as Mark Zuckerberg. Sorkin has long hinted that he was working on a follow-up, saying in 2021 that what has been going on with Facebook these last few years is a story very much worth telling. So we'll see how that goes.
The story of Andrew Garfield's character and how he gets screwed over by Zuckerberg is true in that movie. And Zuckerberg, what they did to mess with that guy's fortune. I mean, he'd be worth whatever Zuckerberg's worth now.
Wow.
And
they robbed him essentially.
They absolutely did.
Dave Bautista is finally getting his shot at love on screen. Paramount has picked up The Romantic, a new rom-com from Can't Hardly Wait and Leap Year Masterminds Deborah Kaplan and Harry Elfont, with Bautista in talks to star in the movie.
I wonder if this is why he trimmed off a ton of weight.
Yeah.
Have you seen him recently?
Yeah. The plot centers on a burly man who is actually a best-selling romance novelist under a female pen name. But in a twist of events, he has to hire a woman to pose as him at a book convention to protect his secret. It is in early development stages, and it looks to cast and crew. But Bautista has been on the hunt for a genre switch-up after roles in Dune and Guardians of the Galaxy. He said, I know you're not your typical rom-com lead. He said, I'm a little rough around the edges.
I like this idea because a lot of people don't know that Sergeant Slaughter was originally cast for the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
I did not know that. Why did that not?
I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, he was going to be the Blake Lively character.
Perfect.
All right, and then we will do one more story, and then we'll move along and get the clips happening. So a final trailer for the Fantastic Four, First Steps, is out, and for the first time, we see who our heroes are up against, a powerful villain named Galactus.
Did anybody watch it? I was like, no, I'm not going to watch it. I'm like, the movie's coming out next month. I'm going to wait. I don't want to see anymore. You know what I mean?
I did watch it.
You did, and all right.
Listen, I've been intrigued all along. Yeah. Let's hope they deliver.
In the trailer, the four are navigating superhero dumb, and their everyday lives when a massive spacecraft enters the atmosphere. A being descends with a terrifying pronouncement, I herald his beginning, I herald your end, I herald Galactus.
Preston, did you see Thunderbolts?
No.
Okay, so it ends with a Fantastic Four tease, and I feel like I can say that because the movie's been out for a while at this point. So when you watch the post-credit scene...
The second
post-credit scene, there's something that alludes to Fantastic Four.
Okay. Later glimpses of the villain show Galactus to be massive, crushing cars, Godzilla style.
So you're saying the Dom from Vin Diesel, he's going to be in it?
No, superhero dumb is what I meant to say. The Fantastic Four, First Steps, hits theaters on July 25th.
Yeah, all
right, we got some clips for you. Oh, we don't have a drum roll. So, when a scene requires driving 200 miles per hour and acting at the same time, the lines become secondary. And in this clip, Brad Pitt talks about filming the racing scenes for F1. Hit it, Jason.
It is true we would have mission control in our ear. So we would have to hit for camera, we'd have to hit certain choreography. So we would start the day with little Hot Wheels cars on the track. We got to get this bit here, we got to get this bit here. On the backside, we'll talk you through where we're going from there. And it was all choreographed in that way.
F1 hits theaters tomorrow. Next clip. Barbara Walters, Tell Me Everything, details the reporter's upbringing and highlights her accolades from over 6 decades of working in the television industry. In this clip, director Jackie Jesko shares how she was able to uncover exclusive footage for this documentary. All right, Jason.
Doing a film about somebody who's already passed away, you kind of have a finite amount of things to work with. And what we had that was really special was access to ABC's incredible trove of archive. I knew that the story I wanted to find was going to be in that material because that's what was going to set this apart and make it special.
Barbara Walters, Tell Me Everything is streaming now on Hulu, by the way. And there you go, your entertainment report live from Hersheypark. And, ladies and gentlemen, as of 2 minutes ago, the doors are open.
Wow.
The park is now open, so we should start seeing some people making their way in. We gave out 500 tickets to our closest friends to come and join us, and they will be arriving shortly, and we're going to get our day underway.
Would you say there was a level of excitement over this event and everyone they're clamoring for tickets for this event, but we remind you, it's here.
Yep.
You can come on down regardless, and you should, because it's always been a gloriously beautiful park, but oh my God, the stuff they've done since you've been here last will blow you away.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't been here since 2018.
Yes.
And, all the renovations and everything they've added is so impressive. Preston, how is your nose?
I don't feel anything moving in there.
Okay.
Regardless of the dead bug?
But yes, regardless of dead bug, but I feel something moving in my intestines, so I'm going to go make some chocolate of my own during this commercial break. But we will come back with all the sights and the pleasant smells and sounds of Hershey Park, and we are here at in actually Chocolate Town. So, and here come the first park attendees of the day. All right. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back live from Hershey on 93.3 WMMR. Welcome to our studio, Mr. Barnes Courtney.
Yeah.
Morning, Barnes.
Morning. How you doing?
We're doing good, man. Thanks for coming in today.
Thanks for having me. This place is fancy.
Thank you, sir.
We try.
Yeah.
Not by your own doing. They just gave it to us.
You have so many lights. Are you guys hot in here?
We wanted to make you feel, you love being on stage. I was reading you love touring. It never gets old to you.
No. I also love that you have an enormous 10 by 10 picture of me on the wall. Just as I request, I'm not doing the interview unless there's an enormous photograph of my face. Is everyone looking at it?
Barnes, I'm excited to become more familiar with your music. As I said at the top, I am not, but 3 things that I know you can do. You can sing, you can play, and you can write. And I'm very impressed with your vocal capability. So I was reading up a little bit on you. And I had read, I think it was where, as a younger musician, you wanted to really try to have a high range when you sang, but you felt that you were kind of forcing it, and then you settled into what was more natural to you.
Yeah, well, I mean, from a young age, my father used to lock me in the coal shed until I could produce notes of a certain pitch so that I could sing for halfpennies on the streets of Ipswich, where I spent my youth.
Wow.
Really?
And it was like,
There's a movie in there. Yeah.
Sorry, that's a complete lie.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I was super...
You were the youngest of 15.
So, Dancing with the Stars host Tyra Banks had a major wardrobe malfunction that may have escaped viewers' notice.
Nice beaver.
Are we sure that's what it was?
The 46-year-old told E.T.
I can see a beaver.
I think it was the 3rd or 4th episode. I walk out, my hand is on my back, and I was holding my dress together. It was not zipped up. And I did not have on any of my jewelry.
OMG.
Yeah,
What is that, a Muppet between your legs?
Yeah.
Actually, she does look kind of bare without jewelry.
Yeah, you're right, because they usually bling them up on that show.
Well, she's been a complete success during this whole run with the screwing up stuff right and left. And
She must have been rushed for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
Remember my wardrobe malfunction when my knocker fell out?
No. Excuse me?
Was it dancing?
Salsa
Yeah, I
dancing.
remember.
It was a halter top, so it clipped behind my neck.
Yeah.
And I was in the middle of a performance, and it snapped off, and it literally it fell down. And I remember the move. I had to drop to the floor in like a count or two, and so I went down early. And like I remember my partner looking at me like, "What are you doing?" And I had probably 1 or 2 seconds to put the snap back together, and Sure enough, no, it happened, and I put it together, and I was ready to go right after. I don't know how that happened.
Were you at Parks or something like that?
No, I was at the dance studio La Luna in Ben Salem, and it was on video, and we did have the video, but I made the guy who had the video kind of blur out my nips.
Nips didn't show,
so you'll never know if they're pink or brown.
Damn it, we were so close.
No, case my nips didn't show.
I was at a friend's wedding one time, and there was a couple out on the dance floor, and this woman's boob was there just dancing along. Her boob's just hanging out. She had no idea. No idea.
Dude, those things
Somebody eventually said something to her.
They're so tight, and it's just, sometimes it just like pops out the top, and you don't even know.
Well, my wife's old roommate she was wearing a top that was so loose that we were. It was like a Saturday morning. We were on the back patio having a coffee. She must have like bent over for something, and then she came back up and full on. She didn't even know. I had to be like, "Yo, dude,
your boob
is," because like I guess like the nipple kind of got caught underneath the neck of the shirt. It was the neck of the shirt had come down.
That is a loose ass shirt.
That is a loose ass shirt. I was like, dude, you're.
I just got.
Your boobs are hanging out. Just one.
I just got a text from the guy who has the video, and he said those were the days.
Yes, they were.
Giving the gift is more important, I think, than the receiving.
So I'll get some things from my wife. She'll say, here's something that I like, and here's something, and so I will get some good gift ideas. But the ones that I'm more excited about are the ones that go, you know what, man? She didn't ask for this. I don't even know if she even knows that this thing exists, but I think she would like this.
I have a couple on the list this year that I'm really excited about. Sometimes you go for it, and sometimes it'll be like, oh. And like, I missed on that one.
Oh, dude, Rochelle told me that she's like, there's one gift I'm really excited to give to you. And I'm like, there's nothing that I'm excited to give you. Oops.
So
do you have something?
Oh, yeah, I have several things.
All right.
I have several things. But there's
nothing
nothing that's like, wow, is she going to freak out when she gets this? You know what
Preston,
I mean?
I don't know if you've seen it, and it might be a last-minute thing to add to the list. It is it's a dildo mounted on like a machine gun thing.
All right, hear him out. Hear him out.
It's like a machine gun truck. You've seen those.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But
They're
look like the perfect holiday gift.
You know what? You can't put a price tag on love.
No,
it's a gift that keeps on giving all year.
Yes.
Wait, Steve, let me ask you a question.
Oh, it's got a pull start?
Yeah,
oh, my God. Son of a bitch.
Bastard's powerful.
There you go. The automatic.
Oh, my God.
Scaling toys.
Oh, it's real?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, my God.
What were you going to say?
Come on, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know what I was thinking.
I'm an influencer for this stuff.
Steve.
Machine gun dildo company contacted me and said, let's collab.
Let's collab. DM me.
All right, another fact that we learned from
the Just Saying Institute, located over 200 sprawling acres in West Virginia.
The last decade from researchers. If your ex wants to be friends, they might be a psychopath.
If your ex wants to be friends, that's sign of being a psychopath, possibly?
In 2016, researchers from Oakland University in Michigan found that people with the so-called dark triad personality traits like narcissism and psychopathy, I guess is how you say it.
He's a member of the dark triad.
Like Cobra?
I'm going to have to take him out.
Often keep their exes.
He's the disease. I'm the ex-boyfriend.
No, they often keep their exes around for calculating, self-serving purposes.
Okay.
A desire for continued sexual access, financial help, or a need to still exert some control over a former partner were among key reasons for maintaining contact, especially for men. These are facts, yes, from the Just Saying Institute.
From the Just Saying Institute.
We
end up just saying things at the Just Saying Institute.
That we have found out over the last 10 years about relationships and
That's a decade.
Love and sex and all that stuff. So how about this one? Speaking of sex, that sexual afterglow that you feel after sex will last about 48 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
You mean
longer for you, Cather?
No, it seems to diminish pretty quickly.
Are you sure? Because you had to clean up right after.
Off of me. Get it off of me. You have this glow. It's the light refracting off of it.
It's shimmering and shiny.
Get it off!
It's glazy.
I look like a Krispy Kreme.
So you're generally in a better...
Get your blanket and pillow. You're sleeping on the couch.
You're generally in a better mood after sex thanks to a flood of endorphins and other feel-good hormones released post-climax. The positive effects of getting laid last up to 2 days. And that the feeling can help couples bond over time.
I always let out a big sigh when I close the laptop.
Says there might
Clear history and
there might be
erase the history.
What's on Google News?
There might be an evolutionary reason for the 48-hour shelf life. 48 hours is roughly the same amount of time that A, conception is maximized, B, it takes sperm concentrations to be restored to peak levels.
Do we have to guess which one?
And C, no, these things all happen.
All the above.
And C, sperm remain maximally viable in the female reproductive tract. So all of that happens over 48 hours, and it's all apparently...
the semen. I'm the afterglow.
Just let him be here.
All right.
Let him be here. That's Cobra. That's Cobra.
I apologize.
He's a professor at the Josane Institute.
I didn't know.
Oh, my God. All right.
Josane Institute. I'm a professor teaching classes daily.
Let's take a look at the NJM Insurance Group traffic. What's going on, Kath?
So we have looks like an accident on 95 northbound.
So I had to fake like I was having stomach problems a little while ago. What time is it? 7? Yeah, so a little less than an hour ago, I acted like I had some stomach problems so that this time around it would be more believable. So these guys have no clue what's going on.
The right lane is blocked with an accident. We're also slowing from the Boulevard out to Belmont, and then from the Blue Road to 202 eastbound side, slowing from the Blue Road into Belmont, and then Montgomery to South Street 422.
So what's going to happen now is I'm going to end up outside, above the 4th floor, outside the windows of the Preston and Steve show. And they have no clue what I'm doing. They think I'm taking a dump.
And then in New Jersey, 42 north backs up from the Black Horse Pike to 295, 55 northbound jams Deptford to 42. And that's your traffic on 93.3 WMMR.
Preston, may I ask you, take a gander out the window there?
Uh-huh.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, my God. What the
That's
hell?
good.
What the hell?
No, that's Casey. I thought it was just a dude working out there.
Got a helmet on.
Hang on. Let me
recommend. Anybody stay at the Hershey Lodge last night, or did you guys all come this morning? Looks like everybody came this morning. If you get a chance to come out here and you want to make more of your stay at Hersheypark, stay at the Lodge. They've got an awesome pool and kind of pseudo water park inside there.
Yeah, it's great.
Nick was actually working out last night. They got a gym adjacent to it.
I ran a mile.
You ran a mile.
Yeah, I felt really good. I burned enough calories to have wine last night.
And that we did.
Yeah, your wine mile.
Uh-huh.
They've got several great restaurants, and they have shuttles that'll take you to and from the park and into the town as well.
The lobby smells like chocolate.
It does.
Well, that's
Like
because they give you chocolate when you check in.
Yeah, you do. Did you guys eat your chocolate bars
Yes,
last night?
I did, yeah.
You didn't, Case?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. You held on to it.
Lunatic.
Still time.
All right. Make sure you did. That's the last thing I did last night before I went to bed.
Where is it? Did you leave it in the car?
No, I left it for the hotel services.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, they give you a chocolate bar, and but anyhow, yeah, they kind of pipe that chocolate smell into the lobby when you come in there. And I ate at one of the restaurants; it was excellent. So, highly suggested. And that's what we used to do when my kids were younger. We would come down, and they had a deal where, and I'll have to ask. We have a representative here. We're going to talk to at Hersheypark. But if you had tickets, you could go to the park the night before for like the last hour that the park was open,
Which is awesome.
We would do that, and then go back to the lodge, hang out for the night, get up in the morning, come back, and then do the all day at the park. And you just paid for one day at the park, so it's a great setup.
It kind of gives you a little Whitman sampler view of what you want to do, and then you come the next day and kind of exploit all of that.
And late in the day, towards the end, the lines are really short to the rides. That's pretty awesome. So enough about me talking about the park. We want to welcome the Director of Public Relations for Hersheypark. This is Quinn Briner, who is here this morning. Hello, Quinn. How are you?
I am good, but I think you're doing my job for me.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm a fan.
You're hired.
I'm such a fan. I mean, we came here when my kids were toddler age, and we would rent one of the cabanas at the wave pool and just spend all day here. I love it. And you know what? When I rolled in last night, Stephen, I'm watching on the in-room information channel about it. I was just like, because it covers not only the story of Milton Hershey, but the whole town. Yeah. And there's a lot to do here, and that's what I love about this. It is a destination.
Yeah, and so with the refurb on the park, well, I'm not going to say what the improvement, whatever it is. It was great to begin with, right?
I like that word.
But it's an amazing overhaul because everything just is a more open air. This whole area that we're in, Chocolate Town is tremendous, and just the general look. And the thing that we really love is, again, this is a big thing in the world of parks. It's so clean. Yep. And so nice, and the staff could not be better. So you're done. You can go now.
I know.
Hey, all right, Quinn.
Thank you for doing my job.
Let me ask you about this because it was 2018 was the last time we did a live broadcast. Right behind you, which we are facing, is Candemonium. When did this coaster come into being?
So that opened in 2020. So
okay.
Since you've been here last, we have added multiple coasters and all of Hershey's Chocolate Town. So this is a 23-acre enhancement. So it was $150 million. Wow. And it really kind of brings together the story of our founder, Milton Hershey, all he left for the town and the community that he loves so much. And it's the place where fun meets chocolate. So all this is new. I mean, we'll say it was just for you guys.
Well, we
appreciate it. To the sweetest place
when are the statues going up of me and Steve? Because
we'll work on
okay,
that.
all right. No, so Candemonium it's the tallest and fastest ride in the park, right?
Yeah, tallest, longest, and fastest.
So we have the last time we were here, the new attraction was Sky Rush. I mean, that was brand new, so we were showing that off. Seems like ages since we've been here.
It would have been 2017, right? I think
2018.
2018, yeah.
So we've added so much. In the last decade alone, we've added almost 6 coasters. So if you think about like Wildcat's Revenge, which is our new steel coaster, hybrid. So it's wood and steel. It actually is a throwback. The very first coaster that Milton Hershey built in 1923 was called the Wildcat. So we brought that back, Wildcat's Revenge.
Love it.
So we have 15 coasters now, which is the most in the Northeast. So no, pressure, but I think you need to ride all of them today. Give us your review.
Do you have those?
Starting with Candemonium.
Do you have those coaster groups that come in and because
they're
I mean
the best. The enthusiasts keep parks like ours top of mind. We have guests who come from Europe, because they love Sky Rush. They think some of our coasters are the best in the world.
Nick, don't you have a history of the Super Duper Looper or something like that? Did you have a story of that?
Not a story of it, but it was just like the coolest, best roller coaster I remember when I was growing up, and we would have field trips to come to Hershey every year, and it was just like awesome, but also a bit terrifying when you're in 4th and 5th grade. And I was talking with Quinn a little bit earlier. Everything about Hershey for me is nostalgic. Yeah. The drive-in is nostalgic. You see all the lilies along 322 on the drive-in. I came here a lot when I was when Ben was like 3-4 years old, and then to get back for us now as a show is also nostalgic because we haven't been here since 2018. So to see all the developments, to see everything you guys have done since our last visit, it's really cool.
The carousel, which we're right next to, that used to be in a different location, right?
Yes. So as part of the Chocolate Town expansion, we moved it up to a place of prominence. It's actually the oldest ride in Hersheypark. It dates back to 1919.
Wow.
We have all 66 of the original horses. Every year in the off-season, our incredible maintenance team reassembles them, repaints them, refurbishes as needed. So that is one example of we love to hear generations coming back to visit us. So you could ride the same horse with your children that you rode with your grandparents. So that's something you can't get anywhere else, besides a park that's been around for 119 years.
No, it is amazing. Chocolate Town here. What are some of the things that someone would find when they're coming to Chocolate Town? What are in these buildings here around us?
Yeah, so we added 3 culinary experiences. So the Chocolatier, which is our full-service restaurant, bar, and patio. The patio is awesome to grab a cocktail. You're right below it right now. So you get to watch the carousel, Candemonium running. You get the energy of the park while you're enjoying some great food. We've got rides up there, so you can sit in a Total World booth, a Comet booth. So it's a restaurant that can only exist in Hershey. We've got an ice cream parlor inside, which is great for a hot day like today. We're making homemade fudge at the Sweetery. And then this whole area really grabs people's attention. It's one of our favorite things when you walk in the front gate and people literally just stop in their tracks and watch this coaster going, and it gets them ready ready for a fun day.
Yeah, that's the first thing you see when you walk in, which is this incredible coaster. The question I have to ask is, where did the kettle corn end up?
Oh, yeah.
It's still there.
Okay.
It's a little farther back.
All right.
Yeah, so actually, if you're used to coming in the old entrance, we have an old brick outside of the new Starbucks that shows where the old entrance used to be. So that's one of the things that we really pride ourselves on. As we continue to add and evolve new things, we always respect our past. So you can look to see where the entrance used to be, and then that'll orient you to your kettle corn location.
Well, to Nick's point about the way when you come into the area, when you come into this town and everything, it's just beautiful and focused obviously on the Hershey family and the park and all the other the school and everything that it's legendary for. There is this look and this sort of artistic feel to everything. I assume that as things start to get, for example, like the carousel. Yeah. You've got to, I'm sure, put a clarion call out to people who can refurb these things to around the world, because that's less and less a thing that you're going to find, on your job sites, who can restore this stuff. Do you hire people and keep a full staff in store, in the mechanism to do all this all the time? Because it's a lot to take care of and maintain.
Yeah, shout out to our maintenance team. So we have over 200 full-time craftsmen. So whether they're electricians, plumbers, artisans who work on, things like the carousel, it's such a specialized thing. And I know you were talking earlier about the inspections, and safety is such a top priority. We want people to come here, know that they can enjoy everything. So yeah, the team is the best in the business.
Cool.
And a lot of times they know more than the ride manufacturers. Some of our rides have outlasted the companies that made them. So our team is so innovative in making sure that everything is as good today as it was when it was added to the park in 1919.
Let me ask you just a quick question. Has anyone ever asked
oh boy,
who's passed away,
I was waiting for it,
to be buried in proximity to the area, to the park? I mean, if you have just an overly energetic park aficionado.
A lot of passionate fans.
Right.
We have gotten many requests, but that's not something that we are going to do at the moment.
Well, Cemetery World.
The statue is Milton Hershey for a reason.
Cemetery World, think about it.
You know what? That's a good idea for our Halloween.
I like Cemetery Town.
Yeah.
Cemetery Town.
Yeah.
A little more friendly.
Yeah.
Does the park have an official policy on taking ashes on any of the rides?
We do.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
I bet you people have tried.
Yes.
Yes.
So, let's focus on the positive.
Yeah. All right. We want to be invited back here, guys.
People get married on coasters. Super Duper Looper or Kissing Tower, which is the highest, point. It celebrates 50 years this year. But yeah, people have gone, and so that's a much better life celebration.
I think so.
Yeah.
Not as many divorces taking place on.
We don't track those.
No.
Whatever makes you Hersheypark happy, we're here.
Is there a chapel? Is there some sort of facility?
There's not.
Okay.
No.
All right.
So your officiant has to like to ride roller coasters.
That's the one caveat.
All right, tell us about the new attraction, the Twizzlers, the giant swing.
Yes, so Twizzlers Twist of Gravity, new this summer. It opened about a month ago. It's the world's tallest screaming swing, and there is no aptly named ride other than that. So when you start swinging, you will start screaming. It goes 137 feet into the air. 68 miles per hour.
Wow.
So
it's not for the faint of heart, for sure.
As it's swinging, it's under its own momentum. It's
so you're experiencing zero G moments. So
wow.
Definitely a high thrill. So even though it's not a coaster, it's going to deliver on some of those. You feel like you're leaving gravity behind.
And that's actually, Steve, it's where we had broadcast from in 2018 is where that's located. We walked by on the way over here. That thing is a monstrosity.
Yeah.
It is.
So
you see it get swinging, it'll take your breath away.
Nice. Do you guys have a for people who are purchasing tickets? Do you have a front of the line type of, or not front of the line, but do you have speed access passes of sorts?
Yeah,
And what do you
have
call
to
them?
ride with you, right?
Okay, yeah, man.
Yeah, you just have to know Preston and
No,
you get
we
in.
do have Fast Track. We've got two options. You can save on it if you buy more than 3 days in advance. But then our team's always happy to find times for you to, when it's not as crowded. You mentioned our preview program as
Yes.
a resorts guest. So we have that baked into every ticket. So you can come 2 hours before close with a regular ticket for free, get a lay of the land, a sneak taste of the things you want to experience, and then come back for your full day. That's included. And if you're a resorts guest with us, you get an extra hour. So you can come 3 hours before.
And that's for a 1 day ticket, and you get the day before.
Yes.
That's a fun. Okay, that's awesome. So, what are the three properties I mentioned? The lodge, the Hershey Lodge.
Hershey Lodge, and then the Hotel Hershey.
Yep.
So historic luxury hotel built in 1933. We've got new villas out there this year. It makes you feel like a 1920s movie star as soon as you walk in. So highly recommend. You can go in, get a signature chocolate martini, which we serve everywhere throughout the destination.
The spa is world-renowned, too, there, from what I've heard. Yep.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, please. Hey, you're literally doing my job.
There you go.
Keep talking. And then Hersheypark Camping Resort. And
Okay.
it's got everything from like RV hookups to the only way I camp, which is like a full cottage with running water. But yeah, so all those options are available. We got free shuttle for our resort guests. So I know you got a chance to taste some of our hospitality last night.
Yeah.
So there's so much to do here. You're going to want to stay overnight.
Hey, good times to be had.
Good times to be had, yeah.
Oh, that's like the story of my
You guys do a great job, and that's really what is important. Again, I know we might sound as if we're fanboying, but we legitimately love the layout here. We love the setup. We love the accommodations and how wonderful your staff is to work with, and just the general feel. The vibe gets you the second you walk in.
The second you get off of the turnpike, like this. It's a 10-mile drive where you get off the turnpike to getting here, and like just that drive,
rolling hills, the farmland. It's
and
gorgeous.
then you go through the school campus and the medical campus, and it's just like, wow, you're just looking around like this is just so well maintained, and then you get here,
right?
You know,
historically, when did Milton Hershey, like, when was the business established, and like when did he really become a famous chocolatier?
Sure. So 1906 is when he started Hersheypark as a leisure grounds for his employees. He was really one of the first to believe in a company town. And so all of this sprung from his desire to create a true community. So as you walk through Chocolate Town outside, we actually have medallions that talk about all the things he created that our guests can still enjoy today, whether it's Hersheypark Stadium for awesome concerts or the Hotel Hershey. He created the school in 1909, gave his entire fortune away. And so we're so proud to extend that legacy. And to that point, I actually brought you guys some chocolate bars that have a very special wrapper. They were designed from students at the Milton Hershey School. So in addition to being this, largest amusement park in Pennsylvania, world-class destination, every time you visit us, you're giving back to help the kids up on the hill. And there's nothing that makes us prouder. So just want to thank you for being a part of that incredible legacy that our founder started all the way back in the early 1900s.
And I want to thank you for giving us the ones with almonds in it. Thank you very much.
So
This is my
peanut
favorite.
warning, I should have.
No, it's all
Mom
good.
and me needs to make sure you're all safe. But
well,
it's such
excellent.
an
Quinn, thank you for all the information. It's an amazing place, and we're very happy to be here again. So
you're hired, and we're
thanks
so
for
glad to
having
have you back. Now, do we have to create another $150 million something to convince you next time? I mean,
No, I'd say we're pretty easy.
50 mil.
now
50,
you tell us, since we did all this.
You know what might be nice? Cemetery Town. You set
Work
that
on
up,
that.
and we'll be back. Yeah.
I will share that, and we'll get back to you.
I thought even a Tombstone Town.
Tombstone Town.
It's alliterative.
Yeah.
All right, excellent. Thank you, Quinn. We appreciate it. Quinn Briner. Public relations here at Hershey Park. So you know what we'd like to do is we'd like to give some stuff away. We're gonna play a contest right now, a very easy one. We're gonna play our version, a Hershey version of the Pyramid Game,
Yay!
right? Which is a very simple game, and we're gonna need some contestants, and we're just gonna pull people right out of the crowd. Anybody want to raise their hand who's interested in winning a prize? Yeah, you come on over. Yep, we got the woman in the gray shirt. Yep, with the pink
purple
hair.
short,
Yep, we'll have her come over, and we'll get you started. And it's a real easy game to play, but we do have some Hersheypark and Preston and Steve prize bags to give away. We just want to meet some of the people who are here. And yes, hi, pink hair. How you doing?
I'm good.
What's your name?
Kelly.
Kelly, how you doing today?
Good.
Where are you from?
Bath, Pennsylvania.
From where, Pennsylvania?
Bath.
Bath?
I know.
Where
It's
is that?
Bethlehem, Allentown area.
Oh.
Teeny tiny town. But I'm originally from Westchester, so.
All right, and who you here with today?
I am here with my fiance, Dawn.
Oh, hey, Don.
Where's Don?
When are you guys getting married?
Some point.
Oh, boy. Don, lock this down. Come on.
All right, Kelly. So we're gonna play. Pyramid. I'm gonna give you a category. You will choose. I'll give you a series of categories. You choose which one, and there are 5 words in that category. You'll have 30 seconds. I will give you clues as to what each word is, and if you get all 5 of them within 30 seconds, you win a prize. It's that simple, right?
Okay.
All right. So here are the categories for you to choose from. We have Payday, Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, Kisses, Jolly Rancher, Reese's Pieces. I'm sorry, not Reese's Pieces. I didn't come up with one for that. Rolo, Kit Kat, or Whoppers.
Let's do peanut butter cup.
All right, peanut butter cup. All right, this is things that come in cups. Okay, things that come in cups. All right, 30 seconds on the clock. You ready?
All right, here we go. All right, this is cold. You can order it in scoops, and you put it in a cup.
Water ice?
No.
Ice cream?
What? Yes, ice cream, yes. This is something you drink in the morning to get you awake and moving.
Coffee.
Yep. This is bubbly and sweet, and you find it in a can or bottles.
Soda?
Yes. This will get you a good buzz, and it's made with...
Beer?
Yep, thank you. And sometimes you cook these. It's an Asian dish. You eat them with chopsticks or with...
Noodles?
Yes, you got it!
Yeah! You were born for this.
24.6 seconds.
That's a world record.
Marissa is going to give you a Preston and Steve and Hershey's prize bag. Congratulations, Kelly.
Wow.
Nice job. She did it. She nailed it. All right, that means we have another one. I got a few of these to do. Who else would like to play?
See?
Marissa, grab somebody. Anybody you want. Marissa's going to get... all right, we got a guy in one of our Blood Drive T-shirts. And he's a tailor. He cut the sleeves off of
Yeah, I
that.
found some sleeves in the parking lot. They might be his.
By the way, the sleeves on those shirts are heavy.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You can't have that weighing you down. What's your name?
Good morning. My name is Paul.
Good morning to see you, Paul.
Hello.
Thanks for being here. Did you get that the shirt at a Blood Drive?
I did.
Excellent. Thank you. And this is your summertime shirt because you cut the sleeves off, right?
You know, lightweight.
I got you, man. And who we here with, Paul?
I'm here with my daughter, Julianne.
Hi, Julianne.
Hey, Julianne.
How old is Julianne?
She's 14.
Okay,
Oh, wow.
cool. And summertime, she's out of school.
Out of school.
Nice.
Yep, causing havoc at home.
Have you been to Hersheypark before?
Yes.
Excellent. Love this place, right?
Love it. Absolutely love it here.
And where are you guys from?
Washington Township, New Jersey.
Okay. All right, Paul. The categories are as follows: Kit Kat, Whoppers, Jolly Rancher, Kisses, and Payday. Which one do you want to choose?
Let's go with Kisses.
All right, Kisses. And these are different types of kisses. Okay, different types of kisses. Let's put 30 seconds on the clock. I got 5 things you need to get from my clues. Here we go. And let's begin. Right before you go to bed, you give them a
good night.
Correct. This is when you slather your tongues all over each other. French kiss, that is correct. This is just a little bitty... yes, it's a peck, exactly. Wow. This is kind of like a peck, but it's for like an infant. What type of kiss? If you're giving teeny itty-bitty kisses there...
Butterfly?
Not quite, but think of a child, an infant. A...
Baby?
Yes. And also, this is if someone is definitely done something wrong. They are going to die. They have been given the...
Death?
Yes, you got it!
There you go.
Just at 30 seconds.
Awesome.
You took us from baby kisses to the mafia, Preston. That's awesome.
I know.
You guys rock.
Thank you, brother.
man.
We appreciate that. All right, these people are nailing it. That means we can get another contestant. So Marissa is going to pull somebody out of the crowd, which, by the way, I went through the entire list of Hershey's products to come up with these categories.
There's a ton of them.
And if you guys, while you're here, when you leave, if you've never been to Hersheypark, on your way out, make sure you go to Chocolate World. I love chocolate. We've been, there was a wedding that we went to in Harrisburg not that long ago in the fall, and we didn't have time to come and do the park, so we just went to Chocolate World because you can go there, and I think, Quinn, I think you can get free parking if you're just going to Chocolate World. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, thumbs up. So if you go by there, you will find chocolate products, Hershey products that you can't get anywhere else. Like they have these special
stuff you never see.
Yes, you never see. There's combinations. I think they kind of maybe test market them out of there.
I'm all too happy to be a tester.
And it is definitely, and the ride is so much fun. It's like it's a fun, family low-key ride, but it's a blast.
Dude, I don't have kids. I ride that freaking thing. I love it.
Me too.
All right, so my sound effects buttons are stuck right now.
Okay.
So I'm not going to be able to do the music bed underneath.
All right, we'll get
Rambo theme again.
Actually, I can play that.
Listen, he did play Pyramid in the original Rambo. If you remember, that was part of what they did in the jail.
With Dennehy?
No.
Yeah. I bet you suck at Pyramid.
Yeah, the Rambo theme won't play either, man.
All right, so
I mean, I have some stuff here.
No, don't worry about it. We're fine. So Rodney's on it. What's that, Casey?
I have a clock though.
Okay, so who's our next contestant? What is your name?
Brittany.
Hi, Brittany. Where are you from?
Northeast Philly.
Northeast, the great Northeast. Who are you here with?
My husband, Joe.
Excellent. Just the two of you?
Yes.
All right, well, thanks for coming out today. Have you been to Hersheypark before?
Not since 2006.
Oh, my God.
What do you think? It's amazing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, nice. All right, well, we are going to play the game with you, and we are playing Pyramid, and the categories are as follows. We have Whoppers, Kit Kat, Rolo, Jolly Rancher, or Payday. What's it going to be?
Let's do Jolly Rancher.
Jolly Rancher. These are things you might find on a ranch.
Okay, we got the music back.
Got it back.
Okay, things you might find on a ranch. You ready?
I think so.
On your mark, get set, and go. This is a rope, and you swing it around, and you grab stuff with it.
Lasso.
Correct. This is a guy who wears a hat on the ranch. He's the...
Cowboy.
Yeah, correct. And this are the things they raise at a ranch. They have big, long horns, and you eat them. They make steaks out of them. You know, like an animal.
Oh, cow.
Yeah, but what's another name for a cow or a bull?
Calf.
In general, a herd of... It's
Cattle.
Cattle. You got it, yes. All right, these are where the cowboys ride.
Horses.
Yes, and this is...
That's time.
Time's up.
That's time.
I got stuck on cattle.
Stuck on cattle, that great Tori Amos
Sorry,
song.
I did what I could. Now get out of here.
Well, thank you
what?
anyway.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry about that. We do have to be a stickler if it's over 30 seconds. I know. She gave it a shot. Next contestant. Who is this? What's your name?
Shannon.
How you doing, Shannon?
I'm doing great.
You look all fired up.
I am.
She went from good to great in a nanosecond.
Are you a coaster person?
What's
A roller coaster?
Roller coaster.
Oh yeah, so yeah, I was like, I'm like,
what are you, a
I'm
coaster?
like using a coaster.
I'm not
like,
familiar with the
what's with all the
vernacular.
questions?
When you
What do you mean,
say
like, using a coaster, I was
when
like,
you say
yeah,
coaster in an amusement park, what are you referring to?
Yeah,
I hate those wet rings on the table.
That's what I was saying. Like mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise?
It takes them out. I mean, anyway.
Oh, okay. Yeah, do you like roller coasters?
I love roller
Wait,
coasters.
hang on a second.
Oh, okay.
Mayonnaise takes out
It does. Look it up. Google it.
Mayonnaise gets rings out of a
She just gave,
On wood.
She
Google
just
it.
gave a
Yeah.
great, if you have rings on your wood, right, from
Google it.
use mayonnaise to get the stain out.
Nick is Googling it right now
All
as
right.
we
Google
speak.
it.
So.
I believe her.
I believe
Do
her.
I look believable?
I mean, I won't
do.
I won't do that, but I do believe you.
All right.
Where are you from?
Claymont, Delaware.
Claymont, Delaware. And who'd you come here with?
My husband and my brother-in-law and my son.
Excellent. And you look like you're a dancer because you keep doing these little
Well,
moves.
I'm a deadhead, so.
You're a deadhead. Well, twirl around for us. Let's see that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we're playing.
Real quick.
Yes, okay.
Mayonnaise can help remove water rings and stains to finish with services.
Told you.
All right.
I love her. I love her.
You learn stuff. All right, here are the remaining categories in our...
Rollo.
Hey, all right, Rollo.
All right.
Done and done. All right, these are words that rhyme with Rollo. Okay? I know you're a fan of the candy, but we're moving on to something else. These are words that rhyme with Rollo.
All
Let's see, 1, 2, 3. I only have 4 on here.
Oh,
Damn it. All right. Well, we're going to do 4.
Okay.
You get an edge. All right, here we
I'm
go.
down. Yeah.
On your mark, get set, go.
Giga. On the mark, get set, giga.
Giga. Okay. Is that Rollo? Rollo. No.
Giga is a new candy here at Hershey.
Yeah, rhyme with
It
Rollo?
was not Gaga, it was Gago.
Does Go Rollo?
It rhymes with Rollo. Rhymes with Rollo.
Yeah, is that one?
It rhymes with
I got
Rollo.
one. No, I'm kidding.
Gagolo. There's your fifth word.
Yeah, that's what I said. I got one.
I didn't drink at the lodge last night at all.
Giga.
Okay, good. Here we go. On your mark, get set, go. All right, if you're by yourself, you are
Solo.
yes. If you are afraid of not being involved in what everybody else
YOLO.
is doing, yes. This is a game on horses. You use a big mallet to hit a ball.
Polo?
Yes, and this is a person who rides the rails who doesn't have a place to live.
A hobo.
Yeah!
Whoa. You won.
yeah, way to go.
Shut
Good
up.
go? Yeah.
Shut up.
Love you guys.
What's that noise, by the way?
It was just wind. It's got a little windy down here. See, wind is right next to winning sound.
Oh, okay.
Wind, winning.
Hit the winning sound,
Yeah,
so we have it. Yeah, okay. That's on the sound effects unit. That's right next to wind, which sounds like this, by the way. There it is. Yes, I'm like, what the?
By the
I
way,
thought it was a
Preston-
roller coaster going by.
Preston, we've just been contacted by NASA. They want to know our tech secrets here.
Yes, I'm sure. All right, next contestant. Hi, what is your name?
Abby,
Abby, and where are you from, Abby?
Wilmington, Delaware.
All right, we got a couple Delaware peeps.
Yeah,
Nice.
how do you get stains off of your table?
Do you put mayonnaise or mustard on your wood?
Windex.
Windex. All right, Nick, see if that works. Look up.
By the way, dude, I bought Windex the other day, Preston.
Yeah.
I literally broke it the second I used it for the first time.
pulled it the first time and
it
snapped.
snapped. I'm like, do I take this back?
Did you have a spare spray ball of
No.
type at the house?
No.
Yeah, you should take
I
it
should
back.
take it back. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Thanks,
Glad we
Preston.
solved that problem. Who are you here with today, by the way, Abby?
My 2 kids and my friend and coworker.
Awesome. How old are your kids?
8 and 13.
Perfect.
Love this.
You're going to have a great time today. Have you guys done Hersheypark before?
We were here 4 years ago, and it's my little one's birthday last week, so it's kind of his belated birthday.
Excellent.
That's great. I'm happy to hear that. All right, we're playing the pyramid game.
Before we do that, according to Architectural Digest, some sources advise against using Windex to remove wood stains on wood furniture.
Thanks,
Stick with the mayo.
All right.
Yeah.
You learn stuff. All right, we have 3 categories left. We have Whoppers, Kit Kat, and Payday. What's it going to be?
Kit Kat.
Kit Kat. All right, so you think I'd go with the cat thing, but I didn't. These are things that come in kits. Okay, different things that come in kits. Are you ready to go?
Time to go.
On your mark, set, and go. This is if you cut yourself and you
First aid.
Yes, exactly. This is women put this on their face for colors.
Makeup?
That is correct. Yes. These are little plastic bricks that you put together.
Lego?
Yes. This is if you need to fix something. You have you've got your
toolbox.
Tools. Yes, that's correct. And this is an instrument that you hit with sticks, and there's symbols.
Drums.
Yes, that's it.
Wow.
22 seconds. Nailed it. We have a prize bag for you that Marissa is going to give to you. And we have one more prize bag left. And I think that's it for this particular segment. So I have 2 different categories. And we have our next contestant who's going to have to hunch over a little bit to the microphone. What is your name, bud?
Rob Thomas.
Hey, Rob Thomas.
Wow.
I love you from Matchbox Money. You've heard that all your life.
Give me your home, make it real.
Don't just forget about it. Rob, how tall are you, by the way?
6'2".
All right, 6'2". Are you a big guy? Who are you here with?
My wife, my daughter, and my son.
How tall are they?
Yeah, how tall are those guys?
Not tall.
Can you dunk a basketball?
No.
Okay. Nice.
How old are your kids?
12 and 5.
I love it. They're right in the range.
Love to see the families out.
Excellent. And also, where are you guys from?
Magnolia, New Jersey.
A lot of Jersey folks here, man. You guys taking the drive. I appreciate that. All right, so 2 categories left. You get to choose from them. Payday or Whoppers. What's it going to be?
Payday.
All right, Payday. These are different types of days. All right, different types of days. We're ready to go. On your mark, get set, and let's go. This was the Allied invasion in France.
D-Day.
That is correct. This is when we celebrate. It's on the 4th of July.
Independence Day.
That is correct. This is what you say if you're an airplane and you're going to crash and you're calling over the microphone.
Mayday.
Mayday is correct. This is when the Eagles are getting ready to play. It's
Game Day.
yes, and this is when you open up presents under the tree.
Christmas Day.
Yes.
That easy.
Clinic.
That easy.
Well done.
All right, and we have the Preston and Steve and Hersheypark prize bag. I have one category left. I'd hate to
We have a prize bag.
We have another prize bag.
Yeah,
we can do another one?
Yeah.
Marissa, is that okay? All right. The girl with the blue sunglasses, she's jumping up and down. She looks all excited. Let's bring her over here and see. Oh, my. She's bouncing
Full
up.
of energy.
Hi, what's your name?
My name is Mary Ann.
How you doing, Marianne?
Good.
Very nice to meet you. Where are you from?
Pottstown, Pennsylvania.
All right, Pottstown. Excellent. You're a very giggly person. I
get that a lot.
That's a good thing.
It is.
Who are you here with?
So I'm here with my boyfriend Adam and our friends Nicole and Rowan.
Excellent. Welcome, guys. And first time to Hersheypark, or have you been here before?
No, actually, my family goes to Hersheypark every year around Halloween. That's the Halloween candy we get every year.
Oh, listen, it's great around Halloween around here. They do a whole bunch of stuff.
And Christmas, too, because we brought the family here for Christmas, and there's not only stuff here in the park, but there's other drive-through exhibits that they have with the lights and everything.
They say it's the best time to go.
It is a great time to go. And also, Steve, they sell at the drive-through the lights thing, they have big bags of kettle corn that you can buy in your car while you're driving through and listening to they have a radio signal set up with music that goes along with it, and they sell the giant turkey legs here in the park. I love that. All right, we have one last category. It's Whoppers.
Okay.
All right, and these are things that are huge.
Okay.
All right, things that are huge. And let's begin. Start now. This is the largest animal in the world. It lives in the ocean.
Blue whale.
That is correct. This is the largest mountain in the world.
Mount Everest.
That is correct. This is an airplane that drops bombs. There was also a band that did a song called Rock Lobster. And do you know the Rock Lobster, the band? Do you know Love Shack? Who did that? It's a giant plane. It's got 8 engines on it. It's really huge. It's one of the biggest planes. You don't know.
It's a B-52.
It's a B-52 Bass. You got it.
B-52.
Well done.
This is a really big building in New York City. It's legendary.
The Empire State Building.
That is correct. And it's the largest ocean in the world.
The Atlantic.
No, the other one.
The Pacific.
Yeah. Got it.
She aced it.
Perfect.
It's amazing.
It was a little late in time, but we'll give it to her. Yeah, all right.
The one person who lost is like, son of a bitch.
I know. And
what the hell's going on?
Maybe we can get them a prize bag too. But yeah, B52. Thank you very much. You got it right. So that was fun, and we're just getting started. We're gonna meet some animals from Zoo America at some point. They're gonna bring them by,
which is amazing as well.
Yep. So there's so many different things that you can partake upon here at Hersheypark. As I look behind the crowd over there, I see the coaster going up on Candemonium right now. We have yet to see this thing run. It is the tallest coaster in the park. It's over 200 feet up in that first drop. So they're doing some test runs, which means they're going to be opening the rides very soon.
So when you walk into the park, this is the first thing you see, this amazing coaster right in front of you.
Yeah, and it's about to go over the hill in 3, 2, 1, and there it goes. Oh, and at some point, as it makes its way around, it's very quiet from here, but we should hear it rumbling around the corner, which I'm excited about.
Did you hear I heard the wind in the background.
Yes.
Just from that cart as it headed down.
And the faint sound of the Rambo theme.
It's amazing the sounds that you hear here at Hersheypark. Okay.
I can't wait to go on that coaster.
Yeah. There are lots of... Okay, you can stop now. I actually want to hear the ride when it comes by.
Sorry.
Which it looks like it's making a turn. So I don't know where all this thing winds to, but here it comes. Hang on. It's banking a turn. Now it's going back further
We can
away.
wait.
It is coming up a hill. Here it comes. Right around the corner. Let's see if we can hear it. Hang on. Here it is. Oh, yeah. That's smooth. All right, why don't we take a break, and we'll come back and have more from Hersheypark. We're here all day, friends. Make sure you come and see us if you're on your way. We'll be right back on MMR.
Preston.
We have construction going on in our building, and it happens to be outside of our window here that these guys are out on scaffolding. And Casey's out there. He's outside of the studio. And I just looked over and I saw a guy's bare ass up by the window. And apparently that's Casey. And he's calling the hotline right now. Hang on a second.
I love that the other construction worker out there is really not phased at all.
Yeah, he's going about his business. What the hell are you doing?
Oh, I don't know. I was presented an opportunity to be on the other side of the glass, and I just jumped on it. Sorry. I'm mooning you, and they gave you the finger, and you flipped me off before you realized who I was.
Well, you were flipping me off.
I know. You're like, I'm just going to give this guy the finger back. And then you're like, oh, my God, that's Casey.
Yeah.
So, hi, guys.
Do we get a picture of the actual mooning? Because it was amazing, especially with the skyline behind you.
No, we missed it.
Oh, damn it.
We can recreate it. I'm sure Casey doesn't mind dropping his pants again. Case?
Yeah, I don't know how to mime. Is that what you were saying?
You know what's great on the radio? We had nothing to do with miming. I was wondering if you could drop your pants again because we missed that. We didn't get a picture of it.
Oh, there we go.
All right, so
He's miming on the radio.
would Casey mind, I think is what you said, not mind.
My mind, it's the same thing.
He started doing the fake pane of glass thing.
Is that what he thought I said?
I guess
That's
so.
adorable.
This other worker, I just love it. Casey mooned us again. He looked at him and he didn't crack a smile, nothing.
The first time, Kath, when I did it, you were still doing your traffic. He was the only one who saw me, and you just hear him go, "Are you serious?"
Yeah.
Casey, is it cold out there at all, or is it protected?
What's that?
Is it cold out there at all, or is it protected by the glass at this point?
I'm totally fine. Yeah, no, we're completely enclosed in glass. So the outer glass is it's cut off from the elements outside.
Okay. Yeah, so they have this atrium that they're adding to the building here. Ask this construction worker what his name is.
Oh, jeez. Oh, man, I don't want to do this.
Hey, what's your name, by the way? Robert. That's Robert over here, guys.
Hey, Robert. We've been looking at Robert's ass for the better part of the morning, so yeah.
Hey, guys, I hate you.
I'm trying to do my goddamn job.
Seriously.
Okay, how did you get out there, by the way?
So you got to go down the third floor. Well, first I had to sign a giant waiver, and then I put a hard hat on, and then I went down to the third floor, I walked out. Had to climb up a ladder.
Oh,
really cool. Yeah,
I've been wanting to do this stuff for a while.
Hey, let me ask you this: is the fart earlier? Was that you about to go out onto the scaffolding? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Casey was faking a bathroom emergency, and he came back and said it was fart. And I was like, I thought that was a little odd.
No, because if it's Casey, you would have figured he would have crapped his pants.
Right. Right. Okay.
Yeah, so I thought I was going to be out there earlier, but what I actually had to do was go through all of like the legal stuff of signing my life away. But at that point, I thought I was coming outside, but I wasn't. So
this kind of stuff, construction. When you see this, you just want. I think it's cool. Like that's why we talked about like Diggerland or whatever it is. Anything with the equipment and cranes and stuff like that. Look at you. You make a good construction worker. You look good in your hard hat and everything. The way you moon.
I think you look like the foreman. You know, like you look like the guy in charge of everybody out there.
Are you sure I don't look like a fireman? That's a fat joke, guys.
A fat joke?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, get on in here.
All right, come on back in.
All right.
Bye-bye. Guys, I thought it was a guy who works here that maybe was a listener and decided to show us his butthole. But no, it was Casey. It's Shirley Bassey's birthday today.
Binga!
Yeah. Love her.
Pretty girl, beware of his heart of gold. His heart is cold. He loves only gold. He loves only gold. Only gold. Only gold. He loves gold. He loves gold.
It's the only reason I bring the birthday up every year. That and actually, we had mentioned that she was on the Oscars and they had her come out and sing that song, and her voice was outstanding.
Hasn't lost a bit.
She's 83 years old. She's still a gorgeous woman, too,
Yeah.
at 83.
She also sang the other Bond song for the movie Diamonds Are Forever.
Okay. Diamonds are forever. I don't know how it goes.
Sparkling round my little finger. Unlike men, the diamonds linger.
Wow.
Men are mere mortals who are not worth going to your grave for.
So she's 83 today.
We have that as well.
Oh, wow.
Diamonds are forever. They are all I need
to please me. They can stimulate and tease me.
They won't leave in the night. I've no fear
that they might desert me.
Nice.
I could have done those parts. I could have sung those songs.
Easily. All right, and then we have Rachel Nichols, who is a...
Rachel Nichols, jingling in your pockets.
Nichols. And another bass player, Rick Savage of Def Leppard. He turns 60 years old today.
And an odd thing, he's got extra appendages.
Wow, really?
He's got 3 legs.
He picked... When this band was in their height, when Pyromania came out, I was a huge fan.
Oh my God,
of Def Leppard. They were great. I went to that tour. I went to that concert. It was awesome. It was one of my first real rock shows that I went to.
And they were driven by a robust MTV presence.
Oh my God, yes.
I told you that I don't remember what year that came out. It had to have been 84, 85, something like that.
No, it was before that.
Was it?
Yeah, it was like 82, I think.
Okay, hang on. Is Pour Some Sugar on Me on that one?
No, that's... Oh, wait. Pyromania. I'm sorry.
83 is when it came out.
Okay.
January of 83, and...
No, it was not on that album. Man, what was Pour Some Sugar? That was a gigantic album, and I can't remember the name of it.
After the Gold
Not
Rush.
High and Dry. What the hell is the...
No, High and Dry was early. Hang on a second here.
Hysteria.
That's it.
And that was 87.
That was 87, okay.
Yep.
Because I have a vivid memory of a guy that at the pool he came with this boombox, you know, a la Lloyd Dobler, blaring, pour some sugar on me because he was trying to get pumped up. He was going to do a triple off of the high dive.
Okay. And that was his motivational song?
That was his motivation.
Pour some sugar on me?
It's like right out of a movie, right? Like, you know, basically like jean jacket and jean, cut off jean shorts.
Clear me a path.
Right? And he's blaring, pour some sugar on me, and he gets up onto the high dive.
Today's the day.
Today is the day. He had been working himself up for this for like an entire weekend.
Are you ready to do it today?
Right? So he gets up.
Gandalf showed up. Oh my God!
When you're done pouring your sugar, I want to see the greatest dive of all time.
Anyway, what happened?
All right, so what happens is he gets up on the high dive, you know, blaring music.
You and me, babe.
And he got up and
what did he do?
He counted the 3. He got off at the end of the board. He did 1 flip, 2 flips, 2.5 flips, and then landed flat on his back. Splattered all over the place. I swear to God, he got up spitting blood because he hit smack so hard. Oh, it was great, man. What a great memory.
Rick Savage's birthday. Sometimes he just heads down that path, and you have to let him go.
I
we need to hear.
Sometimes in life, you need to let things happen of their own accord.
We need to flush it out. So
we learned something about some dude we'll never meet.
Yeah, he's all right. Rick Savage is 60.
Thank you, Rick Savage. Thank you
wherever
for that memory.
you are.
Me TV, they have billboards in the city now, and they're promoting the Flintstones are on at like 6 or 6:30 every night.
I know, it's crazy.
I know, it's so stupid that we're watching Recanned show, but Me TV does it well. They do the Flintstones into the Honeymooners. I always hated the Honeymooners, but I loved the Flintstones. And they're the same show, basically.
It's the same show, yeah.
But I didn't like the Honeymooners because Ralph Cramden was an a-hole.
Yeah.
He just,
Alice, I'm going to beat you to death with a hammer.
Right, that's kind of what the implication. I mean, to the moon.
If my dinner isn't on the table at 5:30, I'll punch you in the throat until you die.
Yeah, to the moon essentially was that. I'm going to punch you to the moon.
Yeah.
The good old days.
I'm going to throw you down the stairs and beat you with a sack of oranges. To the moon.
They loved
but
it.
not before I strangle you and rub a hot iron across your face. Then I'm going to cover you in pork chop sauce and put you into a pit with rabid dogs.
Wow.
I'm going to cut you up so bad you'll never be able to have children.
Oh, my God.
I'll remove your breasts with a wood planer. To me, it was so depressing, too, because they had their clothing.
Tent is situated. The sun is directly behind us. And so everybody who's standing out here, like, you can't see us at all. The sun is so bright. So if you guys you can come close and get right into the shade. Move up a little bit, and you'll be able to see what's going on here. We're gonna do a couple things in this segment. We're gonna do the bizarre file. After the bizarre file, we are going to do a contest, and I want to utilize the kids we have because we got a lot of young kids, we got a lot of families here, and so one of my favorite sounds at an amusement park is when you hear that coaster go down a big hill and you hear the kids screaming.
Yes,
I love it.
It's elation.
Never gets old to me. So we're going to need 5 kids who can scream really loud. And we're going to do a scream off. Marissa, you can pick 5 people out of the crowd and set them aside. We're going to do that after the bizarre file. But before that, there's a gentleman named Tyler I want to bring over here. Hey, Tyler, step on up. This is a microphone right in front here. It's going to be a little short for you there. But you can pick it up. Yeah, you can move it, do whatever you like. Tyler, what's your last name, by the way?
Moore.
Tyler Moore. And you are in what branch of the military?
Army.
All right, you're in the Army. Yep, thanks for serving. And number one, I noticed Tyler because he's wearing a really cool Rush shirt.
That's the coolest Rush shirt I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's a fly-by-night. It's a take on the fly-by-night album cover. And you said when you were stationed in Africa, your wife sent that to you?
Yes, she did for my birthday.
I love it. And so we started talking. Then you were chatting with Steve, and he said you had an interesting story about our show while you were overseas, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what was that?
So I was telling him about how for like the past 15 years, you guys have been like a great source of joy for me, just morning commutes, everything like that. Just something to laugh about. One of the favorite sketches was always every time you sing Goldfinger. I absolutely lose my mind, almost crash from crying from laughter. Yeah. But when I was over in Africa, we would do, we had to do 24/7 security. And we had towers set up and everything like that. You always have security. And there was another NCO in my platoon who was also a listener. So me and him would riff off of what you guys would do every now and again. So every night that we were on night shift at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning when you were really dragging, you would just hear a van pull up. And if it was that NCO and he knew I was in that tower, you'd hear,
That is great. That's hilarious. Isn't that great?
By the way, you do that really well.
Yeah.
I can't do it. Only Steve's the only guy.
I think I've been surpassed.
It actually hurt my ears.
It did a little bit. That is awesome, man. How long were you serving over there?
I was over for about 9-10 months.
Okay.
Yeah, most of last year.
So this is easy. This weather's easy for you over here then.
Actually, I got used to the cold again.
Really?
And then it got to 75 degrees, and I was like, no, this can't be it.
Well, who are you with today, Tyler? Who came with you?
I'm with my wife and son.
Awesome. How old's your son?
My son's 5.5 years old. If I say 5, he'll correct me.
Hey. That's awesome. Well, we hope you guys have a great time here today, man. And thanks for listening. Thanks for serving the country too. We appreciate
absolutely.
it.
Thank you for having me on.
All right, you got to hear it for Tyler, everybody. Yeah. That is a great story. I love it.
Great.
Oh, it's the Goldfinger song.
Goldfinger is touch. Wait. A spider's touch. I'm gonna get it. Only gold. He loves gold.
I love that. All right, why don't we get to the bizarre file now? Hit it, Jason.
WMMR presents Preston and Steve's Bizarre File.
Brought to you by The Bagster.
Yeah.
You can buy yours now at any home improvement store, just $29.99, and you fill it up, they pick it up on your schedule. The Bagster, dumpster in a bag, buy, fill, gone. Oh, by the way, Marissa, I heeded your advice. Family-friendly bizarre file today. So let's get into these stories. We're going to start with this one. Although it does have murder connected to it, but a Cottonwood County jury says a 26-year-old man whose his actual name is No Name Given Happy.
No name given happy.
Yes.
Someone was preparing for a life of crime.
They said that he is guilty in a deadly New Year's Eve stabbing at the Fat Pheasant Pub. Prosecutors showed that no name given happy pulled a knife during a fight just before midnight, killing a 30-year-old man named Benjamin Matter and wounding 2 other patrons.
His lawyer was named Get Off with a Warning.
Jurors convicted him of second-degree murder without intent and making terroristic threats. And the attack shocked the small town and led to months of testimony from survivors. Yesterday we had a guy in the bizarre file named Looney Tune. That was actually his name. So we need to get him and No Name Given Happy together in the same cell. Firefighters had to rescue a man who got stuck in the chimney of a Connecticut Parks building while trying to retrieve his dog from a bathroom when the doors automatically locked for the night.
Oh, I can sense that panic. You lose a pet.
Police were called Sunday morning to Rockwell Park in Bristol for a burglary complaint.
But if you're a dog and you get trapped in a toilet, that's the best possible scenario.
So they were told by Parks employees that someone was in the chimney. Firefighters responded to the scene, and they got the man out after having to remove parts of the chimney and building, causing $5,000 to $10,000 worth of damage. The man who was not injured was arrested, and he was charged with burglary, trespassing, and criminal mischief. Well, a New Jersey shore swimmer is recovering in the hospital after he was stabbed in the leg by an Atlantic needlefish.
What? I've seen those things.
But I've never heard of a needlefish attacking or hurting anyone before. But yeah, it happened over the weekend on Long Beach Island.
And it was filled with heroin.
Oh, no. So there's another thing that I need to be afraid of in the ocean?
This is wildly uncommon.
Yeah, authorities initially thought the swimmer had been bitten by a shark, but later said he had been stabbed by an Atlantic needlefish,
which has a long jaw and sharp teeth, and it is rare for needlefish to become aggressive, but that was a unique thing that happened at the shore. Speaking of the beaches, an ugly brawl broke out on a UK beach as part of a widespread disturbance across the country in a ludicrously hot weekend, according to the United Kingdom. In footage, two men can be seen trading blows on a beach in Broadstairs, Kent, while a group of at least 100 youths cheered them on.
Wow.
Stunned bystanders in their swimwear watch as the melee moved around the beach, with one woman picking up a child to try and escape the chaos. Some youths could be seen on top of a beach hut trying to avoid the clash. In the fight, several of the blows between the young men connect, leaving one of the attackers unsteady on their feet. But it was wild because there was a big crowd around them, and they were so incensed because it was so hot. It was 86 degrees.
Oh, my God.
This is insane. It's like living in hell.
Yes.
By the way, fudgy balls.
So they can't stand a mild, warm summer day. Let's see. This was weird. When a nightclub closes for the night, it's not uncommon to see items left behind like wallets and vapes and makeup products, lighters, stuff like that. But what they don't expect to see, however, is a partially eaten giant sausage. And that has left the staff of 147 in Coventry, England, perplexed. Nightclub management estimated the sausage was originally about 12 inches long.
Where are the sausages?
And there are videos of clubbers dancing and taking pictures with the sausage throughout Saturday evening and into Sunday morning.
Isn't there usually a club sausage?
Why the sausage was in the club, however, is a mystery that will haunt the staff for days to come. They have no idea how it ended up there. But yeah, dance with the sausage.
Dance.
Yeah.
Loving that sausage.
All right, another story. Two black bears, and I saw the video of this, it's wild, stunned residents in Burnaby, British Columbia over the weekend when they engaged in a fierce, drawn-out brawl that was captured on camera. The dramatic encounter unfolded Saturday afternoon, where residents watched from the safety of their cars as the two bears wrestled, growled, and snapped at each other in the middle of the road.
You're going down.
It looked like they were doing jiu-jitsu.
Oh, really?
Wild, yeah.
I have to see this footage.
So my brother has a black bear that's been frequenting his backyard. He lives in New Hampshire now, and so he had a bird feeder, and then he had put a camera on it, and you see the bear climb the tree and then eat all the bird feed. So he put the bird feeder up higher, and he just sent me this video this morning. The stupid bear climbed the thing even higher, and now my brother's out there yelling at it like he's a dog. He's like, he's named him Freddy. He's like, Freddy,
Dude,
get down, Fred.
He has to know that bears are good climbers.
Casey, my mother-in-law has to take her bird feeders down. They live in the Poconos every night because the bears come in and they just steal the bird.
I have the converse situation in Mount Airy. I have to take my bear feeders in because the birds keep attacking.
Yeah.
So a witness named Matthew Chow was among those who recorded the confrontation. He said the two bears were fighting each other, and it got intense. At some points, they were ripping each other's fur out.
Wow.
He said, I don't think I'll ever see that again. The bears appeared completely unconcerned by the growing number of vehicles that were stopping by to watch, staying laser focused on one another as they exchanged blows. No one approached or honked, giving the animals space and let the confrontation run its course. I think I found that bug that flew in my nose.
There you go.
Right.
You got
Is it behind your eye?
Behind my nose earlier, and I think I feel something in it.
Are you actually seeing it walk behind your pupil?
Okay, it didn't come out. I just tried to blow my nose.
All right,
anyway.
Update us later.
All right.
Okay.
I think we need an enema.
Hey, wait. Maybe he can speak. Let me hold my nose up to the microphone and see if he can. You guys hear anything? Hang on.
How are you, Preston?
Oh, there he is. All right. Hang in there, buddy. We'll be along in a little while.
I'm on the radio.
Okay.
Any requests?
Yeah, Rambo theme.
No, not the Rambo thing. While black bear fights aren't unheard of,
That's what I read.
they rarely play out
What an amazing story.
in front of humans.
He was just walking through town.
All right, that's all I have in the bizarre for you this morning. All right, we'll end it right there. That's all. All right, so Marissa has gathered a few kids that are going to help us out with our Scream Off. And, of course, like I said, it's the sound of amusement parks, and it's the sound of roller coasters, and I love it. It just, when you're off in the distance, all of a sudden you hear a chorus of people screaming. It is so much fun. One of our kids looks like they have a black eye or something. They're holding ice up to their face.
What happened?
Sunscreen, Preston. Got sunscreen in her eyes.
Oh, I've been there many times. I'm so sorry for you.
All right, our first contestant is Kaylin. Hi, Kaylin.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
How old are you, Kaylin?
11.
And where are you from? What town do you live in?
Mount Laurel.
Mount Laurel. All right, great. And, summer has started. You're out of school, right? Good for you. Have you ever been to Hersheypark?
Once when I was 2.
All right.
Okay, well, this is you're relearning everything now.
Let me ask you a question. Do you do like theater or anything like that? Do you do like plays or
Yes.
you do? Okay.
Why can you tell?
Well, I just wanted to let you know that you have to commit to this. Okay, so
I thought he was getting all Harvey Weinstein here for a
no,
second.
God, stop that. No, but you have to commit. Like this is you got to act like you're really on a roller coaster.
You have to sell it.
Really, really screaming.
By the way, Kaylin just turned 11 on June 13th. It was just her birthday now.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you.
All right, Kaylin, are you ready to scream like you're on a roller coaster?
Yep.
All right, and the best one, we're going to do by crowd applause. Who wins, okay? On your mark, get set, go. Oh, my
That
God.
was excellent. That was excellent. Everyone put their hands over their ears.
I had to take my headphones off.
She's good.
Yeah.
She's good.
That was like a shotgun blast.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, Kaylin, good job. We'll see how you do. All right. Next, we have a young man named Asher who is coming over. Hi, Asher. Nice to meet you. How old are you, Asher?
6.
6 years old.
Asher, that is a cool name, by the way, Asher. I like that name.
Yeah, do people say that a lot? They like your name?
Yeah.
Awesome. Have you ever been on a roller coaster before, Asher?
Yeah.
All right, so we want you to think back of that time you were on a roller coaster and how exciting it was going up and down those hills and the scream sound that you would make. You ready to do it?
Yeah.
All right, Asher, hit it. Oh, my.
Yes. He went for high. A little bit of sustain. Asher, you did a great job.
Oh, and by the way, you have a dog, don't you, Asher?
No.
Okay, nice talking to you, buddy.
F off, Preston.
It says here he has a cute dog named Maya.
What are you, drunk?
No.
How many beers did you have last night?
All right, next up we have Liv. Hi there, Liv.
Hi.
All right, what happened? What's going on?
I got sunscreen in my eye.
Oh, no. Well, at least listen, you're putting your sunscreen on. That's good.
Listen, I have battle scars from that because I put it on my bald head and it goes into my eyes. And if you get it in your eyes and you have really strong sunscreen, it's terrible. So just keep that ice pack up there.
Damn.
All right, Liv, you're about to perform for us, but I understand you're used to performing because you're a musician, right?
Yeah.
What do you play?
The flute.
Oh,
The
nice.
flute.
You've been playing that for a number of years?
I just started playing it this year.
Oh, well, good.
It's funny when you give kids this young pressure, you go, how long have you been playing that? 7 minutes.
Yeah, right? Yeah, she's 10 years old, by the way.
Yeah.
All right, Liv, are you a fan of roller coasters?
Yeah.
Let's pretend like you're on one and give us a scream. On your mark, get set, and go. Whoa.
Excellent. Excellent, excellent.
Okay.
Not a stinker in the lot.
Now. All right, we got 2 more. This guy, I talked to him earlier. This is Zach. Zachary, how you doing, buddy?
Good.
Nice to see you. We were just talking. You're looking forward to going on the big swing, right?
Yes.
The Twizzlers. I got to get the official name. The Twizzlers. What's the name of it? Twisted Gravity.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, so he's finally tall enough. How old are you, by the way, Zach?
6.
And when do you turn 7?
August 2nd.
All right.
Kids are incredibly aware of birthdays.
Most
God,
definitely.
yeah.
Yeah, they almost always know their own birthday. Which
Yeah.
It's the day after Pierre Robert's birthday. I'm sure you knew that, right, Zachary?
Yep, Jerry Garcia, Pierre Robert.
All right, Zach, are you ready? Yeah. All right, scream like you're on the ride. Go.
Whoa. Whoa.
All right. We have one more to go, and then we gotta get a winner. And everybody, this is Leah. Hi, Leah.
Hi.
Nice
Leia.
to
Leia.
Oh no,
Oh,
you're
a
one of
Star
those.
Wars?
All right, Leia, not Leah, not Leia. It's like the Andreas are always picky about.
Oh, okay, all right.
Andrea. All right, Leia, right? Okay. Oh, somebody screamed in the background there. How old are you, Leia?
9.
9. And what do you like to do? What's fun for you?
To play baseball.
Ooh,
Play baseball.
What position do you play?
Pitcher.
Oh,
No kidding.
do you have a 92 mile an hour fastball?
Do you like the Phillies? You like watching the Phillies play?
Yeah.
And who's your favorite player on the Phillies?
Bryce Harper.
Ah,
Good
you have
call.
good taste.
All right, Leia, let's get your best scream as if you're on a roller coaster. On your mark. Oh!
Wait,
Hang on.
false start.
On your mark, get set, go.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
And yes, I said go on purpose.
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's line them up here. And by crowd applause, and I know these are kids and you can't really decide. It's hard, but we need to know who you guys like the best. And we're going to start first. When I call your name, raise your hand. Kaylin, what do you guys think? All right, and then Asher, raise your hand, buddy. How about Liv? Then we had Zachary. And last but not least, Leia.
Wow. I told you, they were all good competitors.
Man, that's too close to call. What do you guys think?
I think we just pretend we never did this contest.
What contest are you talking about?
Why don't we have a wrestling contest?
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to give one prize bag to one person, and I think I'm going to make a call on this because I heard the applause, and then everybody else is going to get some Hershey products, okay? So everybody wins no matter what. But I think Zachary had the largest. All
right.
So Zach, there's your bag. And for the rest of you guys, we got some Hershey's chocolate, some Reese's peanut butter cups, and all kinds of good stuff, so everybody wins. Thank you guys for being there. Love it. All right, so we're going to take a break. We are in Chocolate Town right here at the opening of the park. When you come into Hersheypark, the rides are going to be opening shortly, and we'll get this day underway. But come and see us as we broadcast live from Hersheypark on MMR. We'll be right back.
In the kitchen.
We're poor. I mean, ends meet, but yeah.
I mean, there's.
Definitely Arnett, his wife too.
Yeah.
Because I remember she spent too much money on hats or something like that, and then he bent his knee and spanked her.
Episode one time, Casey. She decided to go and get a sunburn so that he wouldn't hit her. Jesus. Television program.
I'm going to throw it down the shaft. Look, go take up and drive the car into you.
1950s program.
That's ridiculous.
Break your legs.
Yeah.
They loved it.
There was an episode Arnold got in trouble, and Mr. Neumann, he wasn't his actual father. They brought him in to beat him with a belt. I'm not like that was a legit episode. Yeah, here.
I can't beat you. Fortunately, we found someone.
The Dick show and like slam mashed potatoes lumpy.
Just loved it.
They were lumpy?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Head lumpy.
Something new from Hershey. You got Hershey's, right?
Yeah, they're especially on the holidays too. Big single kiss right in the middle of it.
Right in the middle, yeah. Hershey has created a new flavor. They arrived in 2019. Now they're back to Valentine's Day. Lava.
And is it made from actual lava?
It burns. Yes. Kisses are dark chocolate with chocolate center.
This is very
Jewish chocolate center.
It's not a Jewish thing.
Gooey.
This has a very Jewish taste to it.
Mazel.
They're so moist.
Mazel mazel. Of course, I would say that.
Thing.
And seconds.
It's cookie with the taste of Israel.
These are a gooey chocolate. Not a gooey chocolate.
Limited edition holiday flavors. Target, Walmart, the retailers.
So, do you like the cake?
Yeah, I do. Much do. We have this for my wife and I last anniversary. We by the way, chocolate has necessarily mean that it's bad. Yeah, I did read that a while. That doesn't mean that
it's
somebody look at it. I don't.
Oh,
it's
So Preston, these candies, the ones that have the molten, is that a soft?
Yeah.
I like that idea.
It says when you see the surface of your food, it normally is bad, but it's different with chocolate. When the cocoa butter separate from the cocoa mass and rise to the surface in something called bloom.
Fat bloom?
You're not going to eat black fat bloom. Could I please have bloom?
Fat bloom.
Okay.
Cut right to the chase. Fat.
One last thing. Marissa sent this to me. It involves booze, so thank you, Marissa. Has added a specialty cocktail to their menu. Red Lobster is now offering a Bloody Mary, the twist in line with their brand. It comes lobster claw and one of their famous cheddar biscuits.
Wow.
And it does look quite yummy. So it's made from and Bloody Mary mix that apparently is custom made by Red Lobster. Glass is garnished with an entire lobster claw. An olive, lime, a cherry, and spicy the rim of as well. I'm slightly as well.
Really? That's
oh man, a good Bloody Mary. Jeez.
Man. Listen, can I have a Bloody Mary and some of those juice candies? We shot cream soda. It's a Bloody Mary.
Right? Like
weekend.
Bartenders.
I'm coming. He said he was.
Yeah, looks like from a Murray. Anyway.
Now, Preston.
That's why I said.
Yeah, bartenders come.
And we'll try. Anyhow, Gibson and Slack announced the release of the first ever Slack collection, which will feature acoustic guitars. Yeah, collection will
guitar. It has all to the wood.
Collection will officially
Mel Gibson collection of bring all his
Marissa Magnata. Thank you very much. Casey and I just zipped down and around. We're here in Chocolate Town, and we went down to go get some coffee a moment ago. And as we're stopping along the way, we're meeting some people, and we've made it over here by the skin of our teeth.
You did.
All of a sudden, I hear Steve go, 20 seconds!
Well, we're playing the new song by
Mammoth.
Yeah. And so I'm like, okay, it's hard to pick a point in the song.
I know.
Like, how far are we into the song?
But we're running around. There's so much to do, and it's easy to get distracted and pulled away because you're just looking up at the rides and all this. Nick, by the way, they have I don't know if you walked by that basketball game over here.
No.
So it says on the bottom of it, huge, Bucknell University.
Oh, kidding.
Yeah. So I guess it's sponsored by your alma mater.
Wow, probably because of Jay Wright, not because of me, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
Also, the bathrooms are air conditioned.
Ooh,
that's nice.
Oh, this morning I found that out.
Yeah, huh?
I actually took a nap. It's glorious.
By the way, it's going up to about 90 degrees again today, so a warm one, but not oppressively, disgustingly hot. I didn't even check the Hershey forecast.
About the same, about 88.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll tell you this though. This park is extraordinary in the way that they provide heat mitigation options. You have, of course, the water park area and everything.
Oh, man.
But there's always some place if you need to duck in. There's a lot of shade around. So yeah, you're not going to die.
Dude, I have a story about the water park. I know we have a guest that we're going to welcome to the mic, but real quick, I'm going to tell you this story. This is when my kids were younger, and we brought them here, and one of my son Parker's friends was with us, and we were in the water park.
Yeah.
And we wanted to go up on the absolute tallest slide that they had, and it was a busy day. It was a hot summer day, and there were just tons of people in line, so we're slowly working our way up. And as you're going up this to the top of the slide, there's water buckets pouring down on you.
Yes.
You're getting constantly soaking wet.
People shooting water at you.
The water was freezing cold that day, and I looked down. It was his friend Zach, and he looks up at me, and we're more than 3/4 of the way to the top, and I looked down, and his lips were purple, and he's like, I can't do this anymore. And I'm like, oh, man. I'm like, we're almost there, Zach, can you hang on? He's like, I can't do it. So we walked back down, and we never went down. But on a really hot day,
that's what you want.
This water park is exactly what you need. Yeah. They've got the big wave pool. They've got cabanas you can rent. It's such a cool setup. Speaking of a cool setup is another part of the park that you need to take advantage of while you were here. And that's why this park can be a multiple day experience, because you have the water park, because you have the thrill rides, but you also have Zoo America on top of that.
We got a number of years ago, we got a special behind the scenes sort of tour of the facility. It was, mind blowing back then, and I know they've made additions, but yeah, you cannot leave that off your itinerary.
Yep. So we would like to welcome from Zoo America. This is Elaine, everyone. Let's hear it. Good morning, Elaine.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Happy to be here. What's your last name, by the way?
It's Gruen.
Gruen. All right. And what is your job at Zoo America?
I am an assistant director in education.
Okay. So are you the one, if people sign up a special experience, you'll bring some of these animals out and show them to people?
Either I will or the staff will.
Okay.
Mostly it's the staff.
All right. And by the way, the zoo itself, how many different varieties of animals, in ballpark-wise, are housed there?
Well, it's a North American zoo, and we represent 5 different regions of the continent.
Oh.
And in total, we might have 60 to 80 different species.
Okay. Wow. Now, this was several years ago. If you don't do this to this day, it's all good. But we had an experience where we actually got to feed some of the bears.
Yes, we still do that. We have premium behind-the-scenes tours. One is called an early bird tour, and that happens prior to the zoo opening. It's an hour and a half. And the other one is the after-hours tour, and that happens an hour and a half after we close.
That must have been the one that we were doing because the bear was holding a cocktail.
That's right, happy hour.
But we weren't, right? No, just the bear.
The after hours.
Yeah, right. But we feed or you would feed the bears during the after hours tour.
It was amazing.
The early bird, you get to feed the wolves.
Seriously?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. So the bears, we fed things like marshmallows on sticks because they love sweet stuff.
They do.
What do you feed the wolves? Are you throwing them like steaks?
Not marshmallows.
Yeah. Right.
They're carnivores, so we would give them little meatballs.
Okay.
Do any of those meatballs have raisins?
The way Nick's mom makes, and trust me, they're gonna love it. Now these are these free range meatballs or?
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that.
Okay,
I can't give you an honest answer on that.
These animals are living the high
They're
life.
living the high life, and anytime I assume after hours, there's probably they can access the rides as well. So.
They can hear them for sure.
So yeah, Zoo America is wonderful. What are the hours regularly for the zoo for
In
people
the
to come?
summertime, we are open from 10 o'clock until 7.
Okay. And is it separate from Hersheypark, or if you are in Hersheypark and you've paid your admission, you can go on into the zoo?
Yes, it's sort of both. When you enter Hersheypark, you can come over to the zoo for free if you enter from the Hersheypark side.
So you can do both. I don't know why you'd want to do this, but you could do both
We're across
separately.
the road from Hersheypark.
Right.
But you can access it over a bridge.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you brought an animal
I
with you
did.
for us to see, which is awesome. We love this part. What variety of animal do we have today?
It's a reptile.
Okay.
Oh, is it a king cobra?
I left that one back at the
You
zoo.
did? Oh, man.
No, that wouldn't work because we're North American.
How do reptiles do on really hot days like this?
They're okay.
Yeah.
We're out here. We're already sweating.
Yeah.
Our dogs are panting. Reptiles are a little different. They take on the temperature of their surroundings. So if they're too hot, they actually have to go into the shade.
Okay.
To warm up, they go into the sun. So they're always going back and forth, sun, shade.
So that's why
they
you'll
do
see.
okay to a certain extent.
So in the desert or something, you'll see a lot of times. You'll see, they're under stones and things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or they'll go under burrows where the temperatures are a lot cooler.
Or donkeys, whatever's a bit. No.
If the donkey is, yes.
Casting shade. No, they're amazing. So yeah.
All right. So what type of reptile? What did you bring?
It's a snake.
A snake. Do we have any people that have fears of snakes nearby? Yes, you look like you're terrified right there,
All right.
young lady.
So you lay down on your back. We're gonna put.
We're gonna put the snake on your face. Okay. No, I'm kidding. It's all good. All right. Is it a constrictor?
It is a constrictor.
Ooh.
And the constrictor obviously kills its prey by constricting and crushing it.
Yes.
Okay.
Grabs its food and then wraps its body around it and squeezes.
Okay.
You want to bring this up to us?
I would love to.
Okay. What specifically do we have here? We're going to find out. All right, Elaine is going to open up. She has a container.
And that's the constrictor's coffee in that thermos, Preston.
With the lid on, and she's opening it up, and we're going to take a peek, and we got a nice crowd here, people that are going to see. Dude, that scared me too. Whoa. Oh, this is a gorgeous animal. Yeah, come on
Yes.
up. It's a yellowish, light brown.
It's a yellow speckled Fimpsberger.
Spotted. Case, can you hold the microphone up to Elaine? All right, Elaine.
Say much.
What do we have here?
This is a gopher snake.
A gopher
And this
snake.
is one that does live out in the southwestern part of our country. You mentioned deserts. During the daytime, this snake would be underground in the cooler temperatures.
Okay.
It's a very nocturnal snake because of that. Oh, I'm
And are we to assume that it feeds on gophers?
It goes down into gopher burrows. It could eat maybe a young gopher.
Okay.
They are carnivores. They eat other animals. So young gopher, young rabbit, mice, rats, eggs.
The surprising thing about snakes is that people think that they're slimy. They're not. They're very smooth.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
very dry.
Yeah.
They're a little bit bumpy. Think they feel a lot like a basketball.
Yeah, exactly.
Football, whichever sport you like.
I keep my
Not
basketball at home in a terrarium. So yeah.
When I was a kid, I learned, Elaine, that they, when they stick in their tongue out like that means they're smelling the air. Is that still true? Okay.
They are
all right.
smelling the air, so they want to know where prey is. They want to be able to determine if there's something dangerous in the area. And there are times of the year when they need to know when other gopher snakes are around.
All right, so they're not venomous, but they do have fangs, correct? Or they do have
They
teeth?
do not have fangs, but
Okay.
they have teeth.
Okay.
Frequently asked question is, can it bite? Yes. It has a mouth, it has teeth, but it really would only bite if it would be afraid. And I'm not scaring this.
Right.
You're not frightening.
I'm a little scared.
Casey is a little scared.
Careful then. So no, it has no reason to bite us.
Okay.
We're not food. We're way too big to have for dinner.
Okay.
Do you sense and people who are big snake aficionados, I think we tend to think, well, it's not a dog, it's not a cat, it's not. There's that sort of human to animal interaction, but they'll say no. They have personalities, and do you sense that, or is that just a bunch of hooey?
We have a couple different gopher snakes at the zoo, and each one's a little bit different. Yes.
So you see a definitive sort of
yes
personality shift. If that's appropriate. Okay, yeah. I always wondered because people love them who have them as pets.
They do.
So I'm taking a look at him and guesstimating he's about 3 to 4 feet long, something
Yes,
like that.
they can get to be about 6 feet.
Okay.
Give or take a couple inches.
Are these? What are the largest snakes you guys have, or is this one of them?
Right now,
Yeah.
the largest species that we have that's venomous would be an eastern diamondback rattlesnake.
Whoa.
It's not that big now, but it could be. And the other one would be an eastern indigo snake. They
Okay.
get to be quite large.
How big would the rattler get at full adulthood?
6 or 7 feet.
6 or 7, and obviously they're venomous.
Yes,
right?
they are. We don't bring them out.
No,
do things like
probably
that.
not. That could be that could turn bad.
Yeah, Preston, they had the incident with the grizzly petting zoo. It didn't work. Didn't work out.
But as a handler, like a rattlesnake,
Yes.
You guys, I would imagine, have to take it out of its enclosure from time to time.
Yes.
Man, how nervous do you get when you're doing something like that, Elaine?
Luckily, I don't have to do that.
Okay. Well,
Somebody else
how
does
nervous
that.
does that intern get that you send it?
Not an intern.
I don't know if I want to do this.
They get trained. They get trained. They have a lot of experience.
Right.
They're very careful. And we don't do it with hands. We do it with the snake hook.
Yeah, one thing you do get the impression as and we were on the tour, is that everyone's very much into this, very learned, a lot of information at the ready. So it is it's fun, it's fascinating, it's a learning experience, it's really cool. So
It is.
How many snakes do you have in total?
Oh, boy. I knew you were going to ask that. Let's say 10.
Okay, I have no way to disprove that, so I'm going to say you're exactly right.
And
Should have counted.
what's your favorite animal at the zoo? You personally?
I get asked that a lot. And it's a peregrine falcon.
The fastest animal on earth, is it not?
Right.
Here we go.
How fast can they go?
Let me see. Is it above 200 miles an hour?
Yeah.
That's usually my answer. Covers everything then.
Yeah.
So over 200 miles.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Isn't it cool that they ended up in cities? Like there's
I know.
urban peregrine. There's a bunch in Philly. There's nesting pairs.
Yep.
That's why it's so hard to get an apartment, because the peregrine falcons are taking
Sure.
over.
Yeah. City living.
Yep. So when you visit the zoo, we often do animal encounters during the day. In fact, from 11 o'clock until 5, there's something going on at the zoo for guests to see.
Mm-hmm.
And, you might see a snake like this, or a different kind, or a tortoise. We do animal enrichment activities where you can see animals engaging in an enrichment. So,
That's awesome. Excellent.
It's a very active place. It's a great place to visit for friends and families.
It's well laid out. It really is. Yeah. Again, I don't know why you would come here and not visit the zoo as well. It is something you need to check out.
Good place to make memories.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Elaine. We appreciate it. Elaine Gruen, guys. Zoo America.
I love snakes.
And
you have to touch. It's it's like a piano. I can't walk past a piano and not hit a key.
Yeah.
You have a snake that close, you got to touch it.
Do you remember the famous concert pianist Snake? It was amazing.
I don't remember.
Preston, it played one note.
One note at a time.
Ding, 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 ding.
It played chopstick.
I was talking to one of the reps, and just to give you a gauge, when we got here this morning, we parked in employee parking, and they brought us in through a security area where the staff comes in, and we are walking and walking and walking and walking, and I'm like, Mike, I had no idea we were going this far, and the person that was accompanying me said, from front to back, from the entrance to the very back of the park, it's a mile.
So what you really realize is that behind the scenes, to make your experience here so amazing, there are so many moving parts. And I'll say this, and people are going to say, you're just making this up. But all the people that you encounter who are the employees love what they do here. They love being able to give this to the people who come to the park. And that's apparent from the second you get here.
Press, it's crazy you say that, because it doesn't feel like an enormous park. I know that there's a ton of things to do here, but it feels
Enormous.
Enormous. Yeah. Not enormous, but enormous.
But it is enormous.
Yeah.
Marissa got lost on the way here this
did.
morning, and like walking in the park. And she texted, she's like, "I'm crying. I don't know where I am, and I'm lost, and I'm crying."
There's people speaking Russian around me. Where am I?
Yeah. But hopefully we'll start getting people on rides here shortly, because that's part of the package that you get when you come in with us, and you can also get in as Quinn was saying earlier this morning. There are packages that allow you to get in before the general public comes in and take advantage of the rides before everybody else gets on.
Yeah, love it.
They got all kinds of stuff for you here. All right, so you know what we're going to do? We're going to take a break.
Okay.
We're going to come back in a moment. We have some more that we're going to get to as we are here at Hersheypark, and hopefully you're on the way to join us. If not, come another time. But for those that are you over here, those of you that are here, I should say, let's have a good time today.
Yeah!
We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back from Hersheypark on MMR. Stay with us. Welcome to our studio, Mr. Portman.
Yeah.
Morning, Bart.
Morning.
We're doing good. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me. Play and see.
Not by your own doing. They just
so many lights.
We wanted to make you feel like being on stage. I love touring. It's old to you.
No. I love that you have an enormous picture of me on. Unless there's an enormous photograph of